Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
F45 Training in downtown West Palm and Wellington offers functional group fitness classes reimagined. F45 features high-intensity group-style workouts that are fast, fun, and results-driven. They always have the right workout for you. The best part is, it takes just 45 minutes. If you're looking to train for something like High Rocks, F45 has you covered with tailored workouts. Get started today with a promo of your first 3 classes for just $30. Visit F45training.com to find a studio near you and officially join the F45 family. F45, team training, life-changing.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day seems like a month, there's only one place to go for your treatment: Pain Care Florida. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Time waits for no one, especially when you're in pain. Visit paincareflorida.com. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
College football is really back when a jam-packed Lane Stadium is singing along to Enter Sandman.
This is ESPN 1063.
Hey, it's Tina. Okay, let's be real. When you need tires or a battery, you want someone you can actually trust, right? That's why I go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire. They've been keeping South Florida moving for over 50 years, and they're still family-owned. They've got all of the big tire brands, plus batteries for pretty much everything. Their best price out the door guarantee means you know you're getting the best deal. So next time your car needs something, don't stress. Just go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire, slbt.com. Trust me, they've got you covered.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day seems like a month, there's only one place to go for your treatment. Pain Care Florida. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Time waits for no one, especially when you're in pain. Visit paincareflorida.com. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation of Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 1063. The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 1063.
Oh, it's a cannon shot! Go ahead and give him the goal of the week!
This is the Inter Miami pregame show, live from the ESPN West Palm studios. Here's Mike Rizzo.
New England 0. Good ball, Busquets up ahead. Here's Lionel Messi from left of the area. Another first-timer, left foot, and he beats the keeper. Lionel Messi has taken 2 shots tonight. He has touched the ball twice in the attack, and he has scored both times. He tucks it inside the far post. Lionel Messi has another brace. It happens in the first half. Messi's 7th goal against New England in his career. 2-0 Inter Miami.
Can Lionel Messi and the Herons make it 5 in a row coming up tonight? Welcome on in, folks, to the pregame show. We are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Get on out to your local South Florida Audi dealer. Test drive that brand new Q5 e-tron today. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. Welcome on into your English home of Inter Miami football, ESPN 1063. We will be sending things to Ken Levica coming up at 7:45. Bit of a later kickoff, so 7:45 probably means more closer to 8, but we will get the ball rolling here very, very soon down at Fort Lauderdale. It's the first home game since before the FIFA Club World Cup, May 31st. So let's rewind all the way back to when Inter Miami was taking on the Columbus Crew. It was a 5-0 rout. 5-1. Columbus got a late goal in that game. It was a 5-1 rout in the game. Tadio Allende scored. Lionel Messi had a double, had a brace. Luis Suarez with a goal. Fafa Pico came on as a sub, had a goal in the 89th. But regardless, Inter Miami trying to make it 5 in a row in their first home game since May 31st, and certainly someone who has been on fire is the great one, Lionel Messi. He's got 4 goals in his last 2 MLS fixtures. Now, we've only had 2 fixtures since the Herons wrapped things up at the FIFA Club World Cup, but certainly Messi is in form. And it's always fun to watch an informed Lionel Messi do his thing and really be locked in. I mean, I could see Lionel Messi playing in every single game, knocking on wood, barring an injury. Like, we don't have the starting 11s yet, but I am assuming Lionel Messi is going to be in that lineup tonight. And I think he wants to play. Like, that's the thing. Like tonight, Nashville, this is a game that Messi plays in because Nashville is high on the table. But certainly you thought maybe against New England, Messi would want some rest coming off of a FIFA Club World Cup and really being in every single fixture during the FIFA Club World Cup. And even before that, I mean, the last time Lionel Messi didn't play in a game, I can't even remember. So it's really not a thing right now, I think, at least, with Messi not being in the lineup. Watch that be the kiss of death tonight. But regardless, Inter Miami trying to make it 5 in a row against Nashville. Now, Nashville, been a very solid club so far this season. We mention all the time, at least I mention all the time, the Western Conference has been full of surprises. The Western Conference with San Diego, Vancouver, Minnesota, those 3 teams being in the top, and the LA teams kind of, being in the doghouse this year. The surprise team, I think, in the Eastern Conference has been Nashville SC. We interviewed Josh Bauer on Pink Smoke, which is our football show that airs every Wednesday here on ESPN 106.3. Josh Bauer is a right back for Nashville, and things are really clicking. Things are clicking for that squad this year. They are currently sitting on that Eastern Conference MLS table at second. They have 41 points. Now, Philadelphia, the last time they were out on July 5th, they picked up a loss against Nashville. So Nashville themselves are riding a 4-game winning streak as well. So whoever loses tonight, it's going to be their first loss in 4 MLS fixtures. And really, when you look at Nashville, when you look and see what they've been able to accomplish this year, I think a lot of it has to do with the new gaffer. I think a lot of it has to do with the new coach over there. And if you remember, he was the interim coach for Team USA before they went out and got Mauricio Pochettino. So, with Sam Surridge up top, he's got 16 goals on this short season so far. That is the best in the league right now within the MLS. That is enough to win the Golden Boot if the season ended today. Right on his heels, though, is Lionel Messi. Messi does have 14 goals on the season, but certainly Nashville, a team that has found their form at the almost halfway point, at least halfway point for most, almost halfway point for our Inter Miami Herons. Also someone of note for Nashville SC is Andy Narajar. He had a 31-year-old from Honduras, has 6 assists on the year. 6 assists on the year, and a lot of the play goes through him. On that right side, he's a right back. He likes joining the attack. He likes making those long balls. Sergio Busquets-esque. Now, I know Busquets, nonetheless, a deep-lying playmaker center mid. But certainly, Andy Nahar has liked to get those passes in the box as he's got 6 assists on the year. Sam Surridge leads the team with goals and assists with 18. So he's got 2 assists on the year and 16 goals. They really want to get the ball on the end of his foot. We'll get you guys starting lineups here as we progress more on the pregame show. I mentioned we were powered by our local South Florida Audi dealers. Folks, do you want more from your drive? Well, this is it. The all-new Audi Q5 with a powerful, sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every ride better than the last. An all-new interior with a digital stage with you in mind. Introducing the all-new Audi Q5, our best made better. Test drive the all-new 2025 Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer today, or visit AudiOffers.com to learn more. That is AudiOffers.com to learn more. Rolling on here on the pregame show, we got plenty of MLS fixtures coming up tonight. Obviously, we got our Herons doing battle for the first time since May 31st in Fort Lauderdale. But a lot of fixtures coming up. You got Charlotte and NYCFC. You got Cincinnati and Columbus. By the way, the teams I named first are the home teams. Orlando City and Montreal, Philadelphia and New York Red Bulls, Toronto and Atlanta. And I mentioned Philadelphia. They lost to Nashville. That was as I call a full 3-pointer for Nashville, who jumped Philadelphia on the table to go second in that Eastern Conference. But continuing down our line, Toronto and Atlanta, Inter Miami, obviously, and Nashville. Those are the 7 o'clock fixtures. All of them 7:30 starts, apologies, besides Inter Miami, which is 7:45. Getting into that later slate, you got Austin FC and the New England Revolution, Chicago Fire and San Diego, Minnesota and San Jose, Sporting and Seattle, Colorado and Vancouver, Real Salt Lake and the Houston Dynamo, the Galaxy and DC United, and then LAFC and FC Dallas. We're just getting the party started on the pregame show. I mentioned that Lionel Messi, 14 goals on the season so far. He's got 4 in his last 2 games, and might be a little too early to bring this up, and I'm going to bring it up anyway. The man who holds the most goals, the record for most goals in a single MLS season, is Carlos Vela. Now, if Lionel Messi wants to break the MLS single goal scoring record, he would have to find another 21 goals this season throughout Inter Miami's remaining 16 regular season games, and obviously beginning tonight with Nashville. Could it be possible? Maybe. I think what is more possible is Lionel Messi most likely winning the MLS MVP once again. I really, with 14 goals and 7 assists in 15 games, I think he could defend his title. I think he could defend his title for that MLS MVP title, and also be in the mix to break that goal-scoring record that we've seen from the Mexican legend within the MLS, Carlos Vela. But a lot of Inter Miami players are finding their form, not only Lionel Messi, but Tadeo Allende. I call him the signing of the year so far for our Inter Miami Herons. He's got 7 goals within the MLS competition. He also played very good, I thought, in the CONCACAF Gold Cup before our Herons got knocked out in the semifinal round. And he also, let's not forget, he had that goal at the FIFA Club World Cup from that chest pass from Luis Suarez that got him in behind the defense. So I think Tadeo Allende certainly has been someone that has been in form for Inter Miami more times than not. Luis Suarez has 9 assists on the MLS season. The striker who really has been known for blasting the ball in the net for that matter. He's got 9 assists, and he leads the team within at least the MLS competition in assists. Lionel Messi has 6 within the MLS, while Jordi Alba checking in with 4. Now, Messi has the most goal and assist contributions, as I mentioned, with those 14 goals and those 6 assists. Luis Suarez in second with 14. If you're into MR, if you're into those FOT Mob MR like how I am, Lionel Messi has an 8.39. He's averaging an 8.39 MR in MLS fixtures. Very, very good stuff. Now, Inter Miami has a couple of games to catch up on that Eastern Conference. I mentioned that Nashville SC is the second team in that Eastern Conference table right now. Well, if we head on over to our Inter Miami Herons, they have only played 18 games. Tonight will be 19. And obviously the teams that are playing tonight, folks, most of them are getting 22. Let's at least look in the Eastern Conference right now. The only teams, got to make sure I'm right on this because New England's up to 20. The only team who's in the teens still and will be after tonight are our Herons. Everyone's at 21 or 20 games. For instance, Nashville is going to have 22 games played after tonight. Inter Miami is going to have 19, which means a couple of weeknight fixtures coming up for Inter Miami Herons, just like how we had against New England on Wednesday. So I'm interested to see what Javier Mascherano does with the lineups. Is he going to switch things up? Is he going to maybe go to an Alan Abando off the bench? Is he going to go with a young striker, maybe over Luis Suarez, who's played in a lot of games this year? I think Mascherano certainly has been mixing things up on the defensive end. You've seen a couple of players, specifically Noah Allen. Now, I know he's injured, but you've seen a couple of players like Noah Allen be able to step in, play fullback, play center back, play out of position at times. You've seen Gonzalo Luan, who really is a center back at heart. He's played fullback at times. Mascherano is not afraid to switch things up and get people out of position on the defensive side. I think you get in a little bit of trouble when you do that with your offensives. Like, for instance, Telesco Segovia, I know he could go off the wing, But I like him centralized. I like Segovia kind of playing that center attacking mid. Now, Mascherano has been mixing things up when it comes to the MLS. We've seen 4-4-2s. We've seen 4-3-3s. We've seen 4-2-3-1. We've seen a lot of different lineups from Javier Mascherano, but I am interested to see what he plans on doing as you really start getting into a couple of fixtures back-to-back. Well, when I say back-to-back, 2 fixtures in a week, like this week. You played New England on Wednesday, and now you got Nashville at home tonight starting at 7:45. We were about 31 minutes away from kickoff. I am still awaiting starting lineups from our Inter Miami Herons and Nashville SC. I will get that over to you guys as soon as I have that information. We are almost 30 minutes out. So I'm assuming we're going to get these soon. And as I say that, our good buddy Ken Levica, who is listening in live from Fort Lauderdale, I mentioned the party's back together. Now, we were back together on Wednesday, but it truly feels like the party is back with those guys being live at Chase Stadium. Our OG Oscar Gonzalez, on-site producer, and Ken Levica. It is going to be a 4-4-2 tonight coming up for Inter Miami. Jordi Alba starting at left back. You got Maxi Falcone starting at center back. Marcelo Weigant starting at right back. And Davi Martinez. How about that? Martinez getting the start at center back. I just mentioned, is Mascherano going to switch things up defensively? Obviously, maybe Noah Allen would be playing that position if he was fit, that left center back role. But no, that is going to be Davi Martinez coming up tonight. I don't get my wish with Telesco Segovia being centralized. He is going to come off of the left side and play left mid. You got Sergio Busquets and Benjamin Kromaski as your central midfielders. And then coming off the right, no surprise, Tadeo Allende in that starting lineup again. Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi are going to be your 2 strikers up top. So Mascherano going with a 2-striker setup coming up tonight versus Nashville. Once again, if you're just joining us, starting lineups are out. Lionel Messi in the lineup, Jordi Alba, Davi Martinez, Maxi Falcone, Marcelo Weigant. That is your back line. Telesco Segovia playing left mid. Sergio Busquets and Benjamin Kromaski playing your central midfielders. Right mid, Tadeo Allende. And then your strikers up top, Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi. As far as Nashville, this is the lineup that they're going to be rolling with tonight. I mentioned Nahar. Nahar has 6 assists on the year. It is the leader in the clubhouse for Nashville. He's getting the nod at right back. Maher starting at center back. Maher at right center back. Palacios at left center back. You got Lovitz at left back. Moving on to the midfield. By the way, 4-3-3. Should have mentioned that. 4-3-3 for Nashville. So the back line of Nahar, Maher at right center back, Palacios at left center back, Lovitz at left back. The midfield, Mukhtar coming off the right side. You centralized, you got Tasaith. And then on that left side in the midfield, Yazbek. And then up top, your left wing for Nashville tonight going to be Sheffield, Surridge at striker, and Oessam coming off of the right. So that is your starting 11 for the Nashville SC. And obviously Surridge, he is the Golden Boot leader right now within the MLS with 16 goals scored so far this season. And I should mention, starting in net for Nashville is Willis. And then obviously for Inter Miami Herons, you have the very reliable Oscar Ustari. Let's take our first time out of the pregame show. We are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Folks, if you want more from your drive, this is it. The all-new Audi Q5 with a powerful sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every ride better than the last. The all-new Audi Q5, our best made better with you in mind. Test drive the all-new 2025 Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. About 27 minutes away from the ball rolling. When we come back, I'll give you the starting 11s again. We'll listen to the highlights from the fixture that happened with our Herons on Wednesday in the 2-1 win over New England, where Lionel Messi had a brace for the second MLS fixture in a row. Messi, 4 goals in his last 2 games. Can the great one keep up the goal scoring? Coming right back, your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Calling morning, all sports fans. Grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day seems like a month, there's only one place to go for your treatment. Pain Care Florida. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Time waits for no one, especially when you're in pain. Visit paincareflorida.com. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
At PNC Bank, they pride themselves on being boring. But the truth is, they couldn't be more excited to serve the South Florida community. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly toiled away to deliver brilliant results for their equally brilliant clients. Now, their dedicated financial teams are ready to do the boring work to help you unlock your own brilliance. Let's see what boring banking can do for you. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Welcome on back, folks, to the pregame show. We are live at the City Place Studios here in downtown West Palm Beach. The Herons will try to make it 5 in a row coming up tonight. The issue is they are facing off against the red-hot Nashville SC. Both teams coming into this game have won 4 games in a row. So whoever loses tonight, that streak is coming to an end. But Nashville, at least what I've been saying, they've been the surprise for me. They've been the surprise team so far on that Eastern Conference table. They were able to beat the Philadelphia Union The last time they were out on the pitch, the Union were second in the Eastern Conference, so Nashville able to jump them on the table. Lineups are out. Lionel Messi is in. Can Messi make it a brace for the third straight game? He has 4 goals in his last 2, and obviously, I just said, 2 straight braces, so he will try to make it 3 straight coming up tonight. But Messi certainly is in form, in his goal-scoring form, and we shouldn't be surprised. Now, I brought up the, maybe, like I said, probably way too early to start bringing up if he could break the single MLS season in goals. Now, that belongs to Mexico's Carlos Vela. Vela, the legendary striker for LAFC back in the day. Messi will need to find another 21 goals this season if he does want to break the record. Right now, Lionel is sitting with 14. So if he wants to break the record, he's going to need to do that in the final 16 games. 21 goals in the final 16 games of the season, and obviously starting with Nashville tonight. I mentioned that the Herons were in battle with New England this past Wednesday, and things got out to a riveting start early on in the first half. It's time now to go to the highlights presented by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Folks, if you want more from your drive, this is it. The all-new Audi Q5 with a powerful sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every ride better than the last. An all-new interior with a digital stage with you in mind. Introducing the all-new Audi Q5, our best made better. Test drive the all-new 2025 Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. Messi, Ken LaVicka, take it away.
And a goal! Lionel Messi in the box! It rolled around precariously. Messi came out of nowhere trailing the play, simply swiped with his left foot, and is able to plant it into the back of the net. Messi's 13th goal of this MLS campaign. He can't stop scoring. 1-0, Inter Miami, 27th minute.
Lionel Messi in the 27th minute able to open the scoring. Really, Inter Miami dominated the first half. Second half, kind of scary a bit at times, but let's continue on the first half with Messi having a brace in the 38th minute.
New England 0. Good ball, Busquets up ahead. Here's Lionel Messi from left of the area. Another first-timer, left foot, and he beats the keeper. Lionel Messi has taken 2 shots tonight. He has touched the ball twice in the attack, and he has scored both times. He tucks it inside the far post. Lionel Messi has another brace. It happens in the first half. Messi's 7th goal against New England in his career. 2-0, Inter Miami.
I think 2 teams happy not to see Messi throughout the way. Now, New England, we'll see them later on in the year. But certainly, let's rewind to Montreal. Messi has 4 goals against Montreal this year in the 2 games the Herons were able to win. And now Messi has 2 goals against New England this season. Messi is absolutely on fire, and it is no secret that he's going to keep playing and being in that starting 11 when healthy. And I mentioned that starting 11. Messi is in the starting 11 tonight. And folks, if you're watching on any of our streams on X, YouTube, Facebook, comment below. Can Messi get his 3rd straight brace tonight? We'll give you a little shout out on our Inter Miami stream and your Inter Miami radio network. Let's get those starting 11s again, though. Starting with our Herons, 4-4-2. Oscar Ustari is in goal. Jordi Alba, left back. Davi Martinez, left center back. Maxi Falcone playing right center back. And then Marcelo Weigant at right back. So that is your back line coming up for your Herons. I mentioned it's a 4-4-2. Let's head on over to our midfield. Telasco Segovia playing left midi tonight. Your 2 centralized midfielders, Sergio Busquets playing left center mid, and Benjamin Kromaski playing right center mid. Tadeo Allende coming off the right mid side. And then your 2 strikers up top, Luis Suarez and the great one, Lionel Messi. Heading things, or rather defending things in the goal for Nashville, getting your Nashville starting 11 now. They are going with a 4-3-3. Willis is starting between the posts. And then this is how the back line, the back four for Nashville reads tonight. Nahar, who leads the team in assists with 6. He is right back. He likes to join the attack. So be on the lookout for Nahar to really hold things down on that right side. Maher playing right center back. Palacios playing left center back. And then you got Lovitz holding things down at left back. Moving on to the midfield. You got Yazbek on playing left mid. Tasseth playing central midfielder. And then Mukhtar playing right mid. Moving on up to your right wing striker and left mid. You got Osam playing right wing, winger, the 3 up top. And then Surridge playing striker. Surridge right now leads the MLS in goals. He's got 16 on the season. Lionel Messi, 2 goals behind Surridge for that golden boot right now on the MLS statistic table. And then Sheffield coming off of that left wing side. So Nashville certainly a team who likes to score goals. Nashville on the season has a plus 14 goal differential. That is tied for number one, in the Eastern Conference. You got Philadelphia with a plus 14 as well. And then that's actually good enough to be second within all of the MLS. The only one with a better goal differential. We're going to have to go coast to coast here all the way to San Diego. San Diego has a plus 15 goal differential. They are the number one team in the Western Conference, sitting right now at 39 points. Battle of top teams tonight coming up in Fort Lauderdale. The Inter Miami Herons hosting Nashville SC, 41 points versus 35 points. Now, Nashville does have 3 games on our Inter Miami Herons. Nashville has played 21 games comparatively to Inter Miami's 18. And with so far in the Eastern Conference, how things are shaking out, if Inter Miami is able to get 9 points from their fixtures, there are 3 fixtures that they have to catch up on the table. Now, I'm just a public school kid, but 35-9, the last time I checked, was 44. And that would give Inter Miami enough points to be the number one team on the Eastern Conference table. And not only on the Eastern Conference table, on the Supporter Shield standings as well. If we rewind back to last year, Inter Miami, that 73 number, broke the MLS record for most points on the MLS table in a regular season. And Inter Miami winners of the Supporter Shield. So certainly, obviously, things not necessarily going Inter Miami's way in the CONCACAF Gold Cup Club Championships, but the FIFA Club World Cup, a tremendous success, making it all the way to the knockout round, beating Porto, becoming the first MLS team to beat a UEFA club in a FIFA competition. There are a lot of things to be excited for this Inter Miami team. And something I am excited for tonight is if Lionel Messi can go for that 3rd straight brace. Let's talk about that starting lineup for a second. So Suarez and Messi up top. We know how things go. Suarez is going to slide into kind of that poacher role. Messi's going to try to get the ball on his foot so he can blast it behind net. Messi's going to be centralized, and usually on these 4-4-2s from what we've seen from the FIFA Club World Cup and the MLS. Messi centralized in that attack with Suarez being in front of him. Messi playing passes in. That's where Messi is his most dangerous, in my honest opinion. The middle of the field with the ball in his foot. Number one, he could dice through 4 different defenders. You saw his goal against Montreal. I'm calling it the goal of the season so far within the MLS. I mean, dicing through 4 defenders and then beating a goalkeeper near post with his left foot. I know it's his dominant foot, folks, but my goodness, the sauce. The sauce that he put on a couple of those defenders for Montreal was something that was Barcelona-esque for Messi. But Messi is going to be behind Suarez playing passes in. I am interested to see how Telesco Segovia does on the left mid coming up tonight. Tadeo Allende, a lot of times this year has played on the left side. He's going to be playing right mid tonight. I am a little surprised that Fafa Pico has not snuck into the starting lineup a few different times. Now, something I do need to bring up with the reserves, folks, you got 2 goalkeepers on the reserve side for our Inter Miami Herons. Our very own Ken Levica, who I spoke to during the break, brought this up to me. Rocco Rios Novo and William Yarborough are reserves tonight for Javier Mascherano. This is the first time Mascherano has 3 goalkeepers on the game day roster. You got Oscar Ustari in net and then 2 on the bench. I think the physios and or Javier Mascherano, the physios for Inter Miami and the gaffer Javier Mascherano for Inter Miami, I think they're a little worried about Ustari and that injury that he suffered to the shoulder in that New England game. Let's rewind to this play right here against New England. It was the only goal that New England was able to get in the game. Let's take a listen because it kind of sheds light on the Oscar Ustari situation.
Here's Heel driving forward into the penalty yard. Right foot, and he scored! He crossed up Ustari, who looks like he pulled back that injured shoulder, and New England has pulled it within a goal in the 80th minute. Carlos Heel off the Allende giveaway, and this one's not over yet. I mean, I think Ustari's got to come off. He didn't even reach for that ball. And he started cradling the afflicted shoulder.
Ustari certainly looked a little injured on that play. And maybe that's why you're going to have two goalkeepers on that roster coming up tonight. Maybe Javier Mascherano did not like what he saw from Ustari in training this week and wants to make sure that he's going to be able to have a fit keeper in net tonight. Now, Rocco Rios Novo did get a start this season before. He got the start in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Believe it or not, where Inter Miami was able to secure a victory. Let's give the young kid credit. He played pretty well, too, had a couple of saves in the game. But Yarborough, William Yarborough, last year with his club, 19 games, gave up 45 goals. That's about our public school math here, but that's about 2.5 a game. So didn't have much of a defense with his squad last year, but certainly Yarborough giving up 45 goals last season was not something I think that he wants to write home about. Like I said, a lot of it had to do with his defense, but William Yarborough, the United States keeper, on the reserves tonight. 2 goalkeepers on the reserves. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Let's get you your reserves. So for the rest of the team for Inter Miami, Ryan Saylor, Toto Aviles, Baltasar Rodriguez, Federico Redondo, Santiago Morales, Fafa Pico, Leo Afonso. So those are your reserves coming up tonight. Now, Inter Miami has a pretty big injury report. I mentioned, Alan Abando earlier. I really like what that young player has to give when he's healthy and fit, but he has a hamstring injury. Davi Ruiz, hamstring. Drake Callender still dealing with that hernia. Gonzalo Luan, hamstring. Ian Frey, groin. Noah Allen, hamstring. Yannick Bright, hamstring. I'm looking forward when Yannick Bright gets back into the lineup for our Inter Miami Herons. I think he was the midfielder of the year for the Herons when he played before the FIFA Club World Cup. He sadly suffered an injury, I believe, a game maybe before that Columbus game. I think it was like 2 fixtures before the FIFA Club World Cup started. Yannick Bright went down. We have not seen him since. I'm looking forward to seeing him getting in the starting 11. Let's take our second timeout of the pregame. We are about 10 minutes from sending it pitch side to Ken LaVicka. Now, 7:45 is when the ball is supposed to be rolling. Knowing how things work in the MLS and our Inter Miami Herons, more likely 7:55. So we got you a little bit longer here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll continue to break down the matchup. I'll get you your starting 11s again. By the way, Scheffelberg, I keep pronouncing the left winger's name tonight wrong for Sheffield. For Sheffield, my goodness. For Nashville, I keep calling him Sheffield. It's Scheffelberg. Scheffelberg starting off that left side. So wanted to make that correction real quick before we take a timeout. I mentioned we are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. Test drive the brand new Q5. That brand new Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer. More of the pregame show on your Inter Miami Radio Network coming up next on ESPN 106.3.
Want more from your drive? This is it. The all-new
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
PNC Bank couldn't be more excited to serve the South Florida community. But you may be wondering, isn't PNC that boring bank? Well, is starting a business or being the first person in your family to go to college boring? For 160 years, they've done the occasionally boring work of banking to deliver brilliant results for their clients. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout the local area ready to help you unlock your own brilliance. See what boring banking can do for you. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
New England 0. Good ball. Busquets up ahead. Here's Lionel Messi from left of the area. Another first timer, left foot, and he beats the keeper. Lionel Messi has taken 2 shots tonight. He has touched the ball twice in the attack, and he has scored both times. He tucks it inside the far post. Lionel Messi has another brace. It happens in the first half. Messi's 7th goal against New England in his career. 2-0 Inter Miami.
Couple more minutes left of the Inter Miami pregame show here on ESPN 106.3. We are about 5 minutes away from sending it pitch side to our voice of the Inter Miami Herons, the great Ken LaVicka. Hope you all are having a fantastic night. A couple of rain showers I heard in South Florida. We got, at least up here in West Palm Beach. We'll have to hear from Ken coming up in about 5 minutes. But a couple of rain showers early on, scattered showers throughout the afternoon. Rain for about 20, 25 minutes while I was on the treadmill today. But other than that, just cloudy. Cloudy with the mix of a little bit of sun today in West Palm Beach. But I understand some rainfall down there in Fort Lauderdale and in the Miami area. Let's get your starting 11s one more time before you send your pitch side. Inter Miami 4-4-2 coming up tonight. Jordi Alba, left back. Davi Martinez, left center back. Maxi Falcone, right center back. Marcelo Weigant, right back. Your 4 in the midfield. Playing left mid, Talasco Segovia. Left center mid, Sergio Busquets. Right center mid, Benjamin Kromaski. And your right mid tonight, Tadeo Allende. Your 2 strikers up top, you got Luis Suarez coming off the left. Lionel Messi playing that inverted striker role coming off of the right. But we know how this works, folks. Messi probably going to be centralized with the attack, with Suarez in front of him, playing balls in and making dazzling moves to goal. Now for Nashville, 4-3-3. 4-3-3 for Nashville SC. You got Willis in between the posts playing goal. Nahar, the leading assist man for Nashville, playing right back. Maher playing left center back. Palacios playing right center back. And then Lovitz holding things down on the left flank at left fullback. Mukhtar playing right center mid. You got Tagas. We have to get Ken LaVicka for the pronunciation on that one. But he is going to be playing left center mid coming up tonight, and then Yazbek playing left mid. Your right wing, striker, and left wing coming up tonight for Nashville, Quassam, Surich, and Scheffelberg. So Quassam playing right wing, Surich, who's got 16 goals on the year, the number one goal scorer so far in the MLS. He is playing striker for Nashville tonight, and then Scheffelberg playing left wing. It is time, though, folks, to send you pitch side. We are about 2.5 minutes away from kickoff down there in South Florida. Let's take our final timeout. Coming up next, Ken LaVicka and the Inter Miami Radio Network kicking things off in South Florida. Inter Miami's first home game since May 31st. I'll catch up with you guys during the halftime show of highlights and plenty more coming up for you guys at halftime. Enjoy the first half. I'll talk to you in a sec.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day seems like a month, there's only one place to go for your treatment: Pain Care Florida. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Time waits for no one, especially when you're in pain. Visit paincareflorida.com. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
PNC Bank couldn't be more excited to serve the South Florida community. But you may be wondering, isn't PNC that boring bank? Well, is starting a business or being the first person in your family to go to college boring? For 160 years, they've done the occasionally boring work of banking to deliver brilliant results for their clients. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout the local area ready to help you unlock your own brilliance. See what boring banking can do for you. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Want more from your drive? This is it. The all-new better.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Want more from your drive? This is it. Made better.
PNC Bank couldn't be more excited to serve the South Florida community. But you may be wondering, isn't PNC that boring bank? Well, is starting a business or being the first person in your family to go to college boring? For 160 years, they've done the occasionally boring work of banking to deliver brilliant results for their clients. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout the local area ready to help you unlock your own brilliance. See what boring banking can do for you. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Breaking news news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire. We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation of Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Now, let's get to the pitch.
Oh, it's a cannon shot! Go ahead and give him the goal of the week!
Here's Ken LaVicka.
It may be just past the midway point of the Major League Soccer regular season, but this is a match with major ramifications on a warm, muggy, wet Saturday night in South Florida. Inter Miami, winners of 4 in a row. Playing host to Nashville SC, winners of 4 in a row and unbeaten in their last 15 all competitions. It's going to be a memorable night in Fort Lauderdale. We welcome you to Chase Stadium in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I am Ken LaVicka, alongside on-site engineer, the OG Oscar Gonzalez and Mike Rizzo back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Inter Miami, 10 victories, 3 defeats, 5 draws, 35 points in the Eastern Conference table, good for 5th. And Nashville SC, 12 victories, 4 defeats, 5 draws, 41 points in the East. That is 2nd in the conference. Very, very, very happy to have all of you on this Saturday evening. Rain much of the day in these parts here in South Florida, but as we get closer to kickoff, things have started to dry up, and it is a packed house, a capacity crowd here at Chase Stadium to take in 2 of the hottest clubs in all of MLS. Inter Miami's coming off of a 2-1 triumph at New England Revolution on Wednesday. Lionel Messi, goals in the 27th and 38th minute. He has 4 straight braces. He has been in incredible form, as has Nashville as a side, and as has the Golden Boot leader, Sam Surridge. He has 16 goals on the year, at 1 point 10 goals in a 6-match span. Nashville advanced to the U.S. Open Cup semifinals on Wednesday, throttling DC United 5-2, beat Philadelphia Union 1-0 last time out in MLS play. Kickoff on the way. This is Inter Miami Soccer.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
PNC Bank couldn't be more excited to serve the South Florida community. But you may be wondering, isn't PNC that boring bank? Well, is starting a business or being the first person in your family to go to college boring? For 160 years, they've done the occasionally boring work of banking to deliver brilliant results for their clients. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout the local area ready to help you unlock your own brilliance. See what boring banking can do for you. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association member FDIC.
It's Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Ken LaVicka.
Well, when Lionel Messi signed with Inter Miami, it was implied but not promised there would be massive matches in the future for Inter Miami. There have been incredible moments, 2 trophies won, and prior to Lionel Messi, there were very few mid-July matches where you said to yourself, I gotta be there. This is high profile. This is pressure football at its finest. But with Lionel Messi, every match is high profile, and matches in mid-July battling and jockeying for playoff position, well, they just mean more. There is a buzz here tonight at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami, 5th in the Eastern Conference. They have won 4 in a row. Welcome in Nashville SC, a side that nobody can beat. They are unbeaten in their last 15 all competitions. They have not lost in 12 consecutive MLS matches, and coming into tonight a single point back of the Eastern Conference lead and the top spot in the Supporters Shield race. Real glad to have you alongside with us here tonight on the Inter Miami Radio Network. I am Ken LaVicka. A couple of fans, smattering of fans, still coming in to the seating area here at Chase Stadium, but it is jam-packed. Some adverse weather throughout the course of the day, but the clouds have parted. Yes, it is hot. Yes, it is muggy, but there is no more precipitation falling from the sky. It looks like the pitch a little bit soggy, but is drained extremely well, and we are ready for football here tonight. Inter Miami in pink, head to toe with black lettering, numbering, and trim. Nashville is in their yellow tops with electric blue lettering, numbering, and blue shorts, yellow trim down the sides. Nashville, and Mike Rizzo was talking about it in the pregame, probably the biggest surprise in Major League Soccer outside of Vancouver Whitecaps. They finished 13th in the East a year ago. B.J. Callahan, who had taken over the club in July, unable to get the side jump-started, but a very productive offseason. B.J. Callahan was able to teach his system, and Nashville has come out roaring, hunting for trophies here in 2025. They are just 2 victories away from a U.S. Open Cup championship, and they are in great position to make a whole lot of noise once we get to the fall and the MLS Cup playoffs begin. Inter Miami, yes, Lionel Messi, yes, Luis Suarez, but Nashville, they have a pair of superstars. Sam Surridge, he is the Golden Boot leader in MLS, 16 goals on the season, and the ever-present Hani Mukhtar, who not only is one of the finest players in all of Major League Soccer, the 2022 MVP of this league, but he has been a headache for Inter Miami in his career. He has 4 goals, 4 assists, all competitions against Inter Miami. 2 goalkeepers are on Javier Mascherano's bench tonight. We'll explain why in just a moment. Our referee, Filip Dujic. There is his whistle. And we are underway at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Inter Miami, 5th in the Eastern Conference table. Nashville, 2nd in the East. And this is a titanic battle here tonight in South Florida. Inter Miami, 10 victories, 3 defeats, 5 draws, 35 points. 5th in the Eastern Conference. Nashville, 1 point off the pace in the East. 41 points coming into tonight. They have 12 wins, only 4 losses, and 5 draws. Have not lost in their last 15 all competitions. 12 MLS matches in that span. At kickoff, 81 degrees, feels like 87 with significant cloud cover, but the precipitation has tapered off. Davi Martinez with his first touch for Inter Miami, making only his 3rd start of the season for Inter Miami. Last time we saw him in a Javier Mascherano starting 11, the May 31st drubbing that Inter Miami handed to Columbus Crew right here at Chase Stadium. Oscar Ustari clad in blue in his goal, and Joe Willis right side of the pitch in green, the veteran goalkeeper for Nashville. Inter Miami on the tack, left to right, as we are past a minute gone in this one here tonight. Here's Lionel Messi, right attacking half, good feed, Segovia left wing, feeds it off to the left, just outside the box, Alba into the middle, Suarez lays it back, Segovia into the penalty D, Messi almost picked out. A very strong run from Suarez coming to the left far post, but just before Suarez got a touch, it was Joe Willis who dove on the ball. But that's exceptional buildup, patient buildup from Inter Miami against this Nashville side who loves to high press and put pressure on. Speaking of, here they come. Dan Levitz, left back, tried to feed into the area from left of the box. That was broken up, taken away by Inter Miami, but then Ben Kremoski gave it right back. Kremoski getting the start tonight for Inter Miami. One of 3 changes Javier Mascherano making to his starting 11 following the Wednesday win at New England Revolution. Good takeaway by Weigott of Inter Miami. Then he's grabbed to the ground in his left defensive half. Pulled down by Patrick Yazbek. Kremoski in for Federico Redondo in the 11, who's available as a substitute. Telasco Segovia replacing Baltasar Rodriguez. And Davi Martinez sending Tomas Aviles to the bench. Aviles has certainly struggled to keep himself clean from a yellow card perspective, which could be one of the reasons he is not starting tonight. 12 yellows on the year for Tomas Aviles. Young Inter Miami center back. Nashville SC has drawn 10 penalties this season, most in Major League Soccer. I got to think there's a correlation there. Inter Miami's just won itself a throw-in near touchline, right attacking third, as Allende was battling hard, tucked against the touchline, and now Inter Miami will pass it back into the left defensive half. A square ball near side to far side from Maxi Falcone. It's mishandled, though, by Jordi Alba. Rare miscue from the veteran. That pass was on the money from Falcone, and Alba just could not settle it off of his right thigh, and it bounces across the far touchline. So now Nashville will try and build out of the back. Nashville on the season, 37 goals, 6th in Major League Soccer. But where they've really succeeded is defensively, only 23 goals conceded. That is tied for 4th best in Major League Soccer. A foul against Weigott as he was trying to, near the midfield stripe, box out Jacob Schaffelberg, who's playing at the top of the 4-3-3 tonight for Nashville. Incidental contact forearm from Weigott on Schaffelberg. A foul is called, and it'll be a free kick from left of the midfield circle. Left attacking half for Nashville. 23 goals conceded by Nashville. As I was saying, if you recall, New England going into the match Wednesday against Inter Miami had conceded only 23 goals on the season. Lionel Messi dinged him for 2 in the opening half, his 4th straight brace. Here is a ball from about 30 yards out, giving chase, edge right portion of the box, and not able to get it before it rolls across the end line is Ahmed Kassim. Well done, well tracked, well marked by Jordi Alba from his left back position. And it is going to be Oscar Ustari to get play back underway. A goal kick from the edge of his 6-yard box. Sent it short to Davi Martinez, and the journey begins for Inter Miami, left to right. 5th minute, Inter Miami and Nashville 0-0. Weigott along the near touchline in his defensive half, left defensive half. Good 1-2 with Kremoski, but Weigott a bit too much on a pass intended for Allende on the attacking side of the midfield stripe. And Nashville wins it back. Jason Palacios making his 13th start at right center back for Nashville. Inter Miami had won the ball back momentarily, but then Dan Levitz, the left back, sweeps it back to his keeper, Joe Willis, and Nashville right to left trying to push forward. Mukhtar on the right wing. He's dispossessed. Well done by Inter Miami. And patiently, Inter Miami will work about 10 yards behind the defensive portion of the midfield circle with Maxi Falcone, who has found his consistency at center back for Inter Miami after a rough patch through late April and much of May. Really found his footing in the FIFA Club World Cup of all tournaments. Falcone with a pass into the middle, right attacking half intended for Messi, but that was intercepted. And now Nashville with a 3-on-2. This is played forward, and Ustari came off his line to blast the ball off of Surridge, who was tracking left of the penalty D. Ustari got there first. The ball went straight up in the air, but that was enough time for Ustari to recover and the defensive reinforcements to come through. That was a really strong ball from Eddie Tagseth of Nashville SC. But Ustari tracked it the entire way. Well done by the veteran goalkeeper. Inter Miami with Jordi Alba. He maneuvers forward far side, and now Davi Martinez will meander and send a low dribbler quickly on to Segovia, plays it right back, defensive half to Martinez. He's now left of the midfield circle. Into the midfield circle for Kremoski, and he sweeps it back on to Davi Martinez. 7th minute. 0-0 Inter Miami and Nashville. Inter Miami has won the last 7. Or I should say, let me rephrase. Good ball through. Here's Allende, left side of the box! And his right foot poked, blocked by the keeper. Then it's chipped up and over the goal by Luis Suarez, who was tracking back. Oh, Suarez had an open net, and he floated it over the crossbar. There was nobody there. Was Allende onside? I'm not sure. Willis did well to sprint up from goal, get in the path of Allende's shot, and then Suarez floated it up over the bar. Oh, another glorious opportunity, second of the night for Inter Miami. Entering the 9th minute, no score, Inter Miami and Nashville. An unforced error from the Nashville defense. A bad ball that was sent from the right back, Nuhar, and he launched it into the seats far side, so Inter Miami, after the throw-in, back in possession. Weigand miscommunication with Busquets. Busquets, though, earns a foul after he was tugged down by Schaffelberg, midfield stripe. Busquets is going to restart about 4 yards behind the center stripe into the right of the midfield circle. Busquets surveys, and he'll send it into the attacking side of the center circle for Segovia. Now Martinez, left of the circle, far left touchline, left attacking half, Alba. Back to Martinez, high press coming for Nashville. This will be delivered back to Ostari. In just a second, we'll let stations identify themselves along the network. Long ball defensive side to right attacking half for Inter Miami, won by Nashville. Here's Yazbek, good ball up the right wing. Kasim tried to get a touch and a twirl. Instead, played the ball off of his ankle and out of play. Davi Martinez had come up to pressure defensively as Kasim was soaring up that outside right channel, and Kasim ended up getting the final touch across the far touchline. And Inter Miami wins it back, in a round of applause from this sellout crowd for Davi Martinez. The ball won by Inter Miami in the midfield after a long ball, but it caromed off of Luis Suarez, and it will be Nashville's Eddie Tagseth to angle right to left in the defensive half, and now Nashville trying to play a long ball forward left wing. That was won easily by Weigand. Now Kremoski, he tracks into the middle of the defensive half, and he'll play it off to Davi Martinez. Now Jordi Alba, he surveys with his left foot, and instead he's going to go far side to near side defensive half to Maxi Falcone, and now near touchline, traversing forward is Marcelo Weigand. Weigand halts right at the midfield stripe, will play it off to Falcone, the right center back. Now Martinez, the other center back on the far side. He's left of the midfield circle, and this will be played far left side for Telasco Segovia. Almost a giveaway in the back for Martinez, a little bit sloppy on the ball. He'll play it back to Ustari, and he skies one into the midfield. Mukhtar got a head on it. Right on to Martinez, though, for Inter Miami. Now Kremoski, long ball forward. Allende on the chase, and Willis streaking up towards the upper left of his box, able to sprawl and smother the ball before Allende could get on it. He was flanked by 2 defenders, and Willis stops the threat. Let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. This is Inter Miami football.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Chase Stadium, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Inter Miami and Nashville 0-0 in the 12th minute. Inter Miami has had 2 good chances in this one. 1 shot on target. That came from Tadeo Allende. Nashville on the ball in the midfield stripe on the attack, right to left. A ball that is trickled to the left attacking half along the near touchline, but immediately played back into the defensive midfield by Dan Lovitz, making his 22nd start for the season for Nashville, his 12th MLS season, his 6th as a member of this Nashville SC side. Here's a back heel from Weygott for Inter Miami that stopped the path of a pass, and then Busquets able to win the ball outright for Inter Miami. Left defensive third. Near side Allende is going to scoop a ball all the way back to his keeper, blue-clad Oscar Ustari. And Inter Miami back to work in possession. They've had the majority of possession to this juncture. Inter Miami unbeaten against Nashville SC in their last 7, 4 victories in that span, including a draw and a victory in the 2 legs of last year's matchup between the two in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Won by Inter Miami, 2-2 draw in Nashville, 3-1 victory in Fort Lauderdale. Of course, the dramatic 2023 Leagues Cup final between the two, won in penalties by Inter Miami, 10-9 after 1-1 through 90 in extra time. Lionel Messi scoring for Inter Miami in that one. Fafa Pico was the regulation goal scorer for Nashville in that Leagues Cup final, and then Drake Callender ended it with a goal and then a subsequent save in penalties, 10-9 in that session. Inter Miami also 2 MLS regular season victories in that span that I mentioned, the last 7, where Inter Miami's unbeaten against Nashville. Both last season. It was a season sweep for Inter Miami. June the 29th, Miami 2, Nashville 1. That was in Tennessee. Ian Frey, Jordi Alba the goals. And then a 3-1 victory for Inter Miami here in Fort Lauderdale against Nashville, April the 20th. A brace for Lionel Messi, including a penalty. What's that? Inter Miami hasn't drawn 1 penalty this year, and Sergio Busquets with a goal as well. Minute 14 here in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 0, Nashville SC 0, and Inter Miami had it in the right attacking half, but a heavy touch to Tadeo Allende, and he loses possession of the ball. Long ball defensive half. Yazbek off to the right side. Mukhtar. He's able to win it in front of Alba. Now he pushes it forward, right side of the box. Kasim had it tackled away by Martinez. Kasim able to recover, though. Far right corner. And now Nashville in business, but a giveaway. Left defensive third. And on the run, Kromaski for Inter Miami. Into the box, into the circle, I should say, wanted Messi. He was knocked away, but it's right back to Messi on a pass from Busquets. Now here's Segovia, left wing for Inter Miami. He gets bodied. Messi sends it off to the left. Suarez, left-footed cross from left to the area. A header from Inter Miami, and it's right at the keeper. That was Luis Suarez. Make that Kromaski, who was making a good run up the middle channel, put a head into it from just in front of the penalty spot, but it was right at Willis, and he has his 2nd save of the night. But that is the 2nd time we have seen phenomenal Inter Miami buildup. That was a good ball from Suarez. He laid it on a platter for Kromaski. Kromaski just couldn't get enough direction on it because there were defenders in the vicinity. But Inter Miami has forced Willis into 2 saves here as we welcome you to minute number 17 from Fort Lauderdale. Nashville entered this match day Saturday 1 point back of the Supporters Shield peak in Major League Soccer. Inter Miami on the move, right attacking half. Messi steps through the 2 defenders. Messi leaks a ball through to Suarez, banged it off a defender. Weygott's going to sweep at it and win it. Right wing, now along the near right touchline. Allende makes his way towards the box, gave it up to Messi, popped it up into the air. Allende back on to Messi, and he got fouled just to the right of the penalty arc. And now everybody's going to stand in anticipation. There's going to be a very dangerous free kick on the way for Lionel Messi, and this is going to be from a very advantageous distance, about 23 yards away, just offset to the right of the penalty arc. That was some good 1-2 action between Lionel Messi and Tadeo Allende in that right wing pocket just outside the box. Lionel Messi has 5 goals, all competitions against Nashville in his career. He's to the right of the penalty arc. He is about even with the near post. He is the lone Inter Miami player to stand over the ball. The wall forms in front of him, about even with the penalty spot extended from both sides. Lionel Messi, 14 goals on the season in MLS. Can he make it 15? There's the whistle. Messi approaches, left foot, low ball, scored! Inside the far post! It was inevitable! Messi picked his spot! He put pace on it, and he beats Willis, who sprawled to the right, but his fate was sealed! It is goal number 15 on the year for Lionel Messi! He is one off the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer, and he keeps on pouring in goals! It's his 9th goal in his last 5! Incredible! It's the 101st goal from outside the box in the career of Lionel Messi. 71 free kick goals in his career. He's 38 years old, and he is in Barcelona-like form. He is a man that knows no pressure. He is a man who knows only how to execute and to dazzle. And in the 18th minute, Lionel Messi has struck again. 1-0 Inter Miami. And now there is a disagreement between Nashville players. They're arguing that Luis Suarez was offside on the free kick. The only ruling here would be that Suarez altered the attention of the goalkeeper. There is not going to be a VAR review. The referee says good goal. That was a very quick review, just to show you how little concern there was that that was going to be overturned. And Inter Miami up 1-0. Lionel Messi is beyond belief. It's almost indescribable. And when he is fouled from 18 yards to, let's say, 27, 28 yards out, it almost feels like now, even at 38 years old, there is a better than 50% chance he's going to score. Inter Miami, by the way, with that goal, now outscoring opponents 16-6 in the first half hour of matches here in 2025. And in that same span at home, 11-2. Nashville, the latest to fall victim to a strong starting Inter Miami. Lionel Messi, his 18th minute free kick tally. A low blast inside the far post. That's the first time this season on the free kick he's opted to go low as opposed to trying to pick out a corner. Just as effective. Inter Miami's going to throw it in, left attacking third. Left defensive third, I should say. Far side, Jordi Alba looking for someone to come and receive a throw-in. Finally, he opts for Segovia, touched it on to Alba. And now Nashville very aggressive. They win it back. Here's Mukhtar, top of the area. Tried to play it through to Falcone. He blasted a clearance off a teammate. Couldn't quite get the job done. But now, finally, Weigott helps. Now Messi on to Weigott. Into the right attacking half. Off to the touchline near side. Here's Tadeo Allende. Another heavy touch from Allende. He has got to have softer feet. That is maybe the biggest deficiency in his game right now, but good hustle from Weigott helps win the ball back for Inter Miami after it blasts off the knee of an Nashville defender, and Inter Miami is going to throw it in from the near touchline of the right attacking third. Weigott opts to throw it all the way back into the defensive half as it high wire acted that painted white touchline, and now Inter Miami will bandy it about in the defensive midfield. Falcone toe pokes it onto Ustari. He'll sweep it with a right foot to the left side of the area for Davi Martinez. Inter Miami, they're going to face constant pressure in their own defensive third because Nashville wants to put a ton of yellow-clad bodies right around you, force you into mistakes. It has been defensive mistakes that at times have hurt Inter Miami in this portion of the pitch this season. Remember Jordi Alba with a brutal mistake that led to a goal in the opener here at Chase Stadium. All the way back in March against NYCFC. Lionel Messi put a Montreal goal on a platter last weekend. And then Tadeo Allende with a giveaway in his own defensive third led to the only tally for New England Revolution Wednesday night. Here's a long ball up ahead. Good run coming from the left, but it was Luis Suarez who could not get on the end of a very good midfield floater from Davi Martinez. That was close, though. Suarez giving a thumbs up, saying that is a good ball. Keep doing that. Willis, the goalkeeper for Nashville, in front of his own goal. He is going to blast the ball with his left foot up and over Mukhtar on the far right touchline, and it's going to be Inter Miami, and it's right attacking third with the throw, and second unforced error tonight by Nashville trying to play it out of the back. 1-0 Inter Miami. We have crossed the threshold into the 24th minute here from Fort Lauderdale. Festive atmosphere after the Lionel Messi free kick goal. Happened about 6 match minutes ago. Weigott, the right back, near side, defensive half. Long ball up ahead, found Allende in the right wing. Right attacking third, gave it to a backtracking Messi. Messi sprays ball out wide to Alba. Left of the box, Alba feeds it into the penalty arc. It was headed away by Nashville, but Inter Miami won it right back. Luis Suarez make that Busquets hustling hard to win it. And now here's Segovia as he tried to feed a ball short range to the left. Suarez got chopped down, and we should see a card. That was a violent tackle, and it is indeed a card against Nashville. Yazbek earns yellow for Nashville. Really good 1-2 from Suarez and Segovia, and Yazbek just clipped Suarez on the back heel. And now Inter Miami has another free kick. This one will be further than the 23-yard attempt from Messi that resulted in his goal about 6 minutes ago. This one from a difficult angle as well. It's about 8 yards left of the near post. This is in the left wing, and this is about 30 yards for Lionel Messi. This would have to be quite a poke, or is he going to try and find a head? We'll find out. Not really much of a wall in front of him. Anticipating Nashville is that he's going to try and feed it somewhere. 25th minute, Messi, 30-yard free kick from the left wing. Inter Miami up 1-0. Messi already has a goal tonight. Is Messi going to go for it? Is he going to try and deliver? There's the whistle. The answer is deliver. Into the area and almost an own goal. Oh, he had options there. Did Lionel Messi, but the flag is up. It was an offside. It was a diving Jason Palacios who almost put it into his own net. Maxi Falcone was making an aggressive run to that far post, but it wouldn't have mattered regardless. The flag was up, offside. That was a beautifully weighted ball from Lionel Messi. Nashville in its defensive half, and this is another good ball. Sent forward, Ustari has to come out of the box to swipe the ball away from a hard-charging Schaffelberg, but the flag was up, and it was an offside against Nashville. Ustari hit it off of Schaffelberg outside the upper right of the area, and then it bounced all the way into the middle into a direct situation for Nashville. Fortunately, by that time, the whistle had blown and the play was extinguished. Now, these two teams will forever be linked by that thrilling 2023 Leagues Cup final in the Music City. As Ustari sends his free kick away from just outside of his box. And now Inter Miami able to collect in the right attacking half. Gets pushed back into the midfield. Now scooped on to Busquets. Middle channel in the right attacking half. A ball, though, bounded over Benjamin Kromaski. And Nashville is going to try and maneuver out of its right defensive end. It was Lionel Messi with a goal right outside the area to give Inter Miami a 1-0 advantage in that Leagues Cup final. Now Mukhtar coming from the outside right channel. Wanted to pick out a teammate, never found him. Actually, that was Neuhar who tried to pick out Mukhtar. It was shoveled away by Inter Miami, but Nashville back on it. Left attacking third, outside right channel. Neuhar thought about feeding something to the area. Instead, played it back to Yazbek. Now Mukhtar tries to push him through ball through defenders. He got it through past a diving Kromaski, but as it was laid back, Davi Martinez able to get a foot on it, and Inter Miami gets it out of the box and wins possession back. Allende in his own half, into the middle for Lionel Messi. Messi's dispossessed, and now Nashville for the first time in the 28th minute finally starting to settle into this match. Left attacking half, Yazbek. He angles right to about 37 yards away. Now Neuhar, outside right channel. Onto the right wing, Yazbek. Nashville, yellow tops, blue bottoms. 29th minute, 1-0 Inter Miami. Patience here for Nashville as Inter Miami has a pretty good shape defensively. Far side to near side square ball. Left attacking half, Lovitz has it on the left channel for Nashville. He'll play it back into the right defensive half. It's settled into the feet of Jack Mayer. Surridge had a ball go through his legs momentarily, but then Maxi Falcone put a ball across the near left touch line, and Nashville will throw it in from that portion. And off the throw-in, nifty footwork tag Seth for Nashville, and Nashville back in business. The ball to the outside, Neuhar charging to the right of the area, pulls up right at the border of the box. Now he's in the area. Neuhar, cross, it's high into the air. It sails past everybody, and it'll be Weigott who is able to get onto the ball as it rolls outside the left portion of the area. Beautiful back heel, Lionel Messi through traffic. 1-2 defenders, my goodness. And he picks out Segovia into the right attacking half. Left wing Segovia, charging forward. Segovia to the outside. And that's where it is played by Suarez, way too heavy, trying to get around a defender. And it goes across the left end line for a Nashville goal kick. Suarez just does not have the same explosiveness he once did to play a ball that heavy and get around to the defender in close quarters like that. Lionel Messi has Inter Miami on top 1-0. First half here in Fort Lauderdale. We are just 15 ticks shy of the half-hour mark. Ken LaVicka with you from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. To my right, onside engineer, the OG Oscar Gonzalez, back to the network studios in West Palm Beach. We'll hear him again at halftime, Mike Rizzo. And there is 30 minutes on this first half clock as Nashville passes it around the midfield on the near side. Again, Nashville attacking right to left. Eddie Tagseth, former Norwegian under-20 in the midfield, plays it off to the left-hand side. Touchline, left attacking half. Nashville FC, or SC, Dan Lovitz dispossessed. And as the ball was played back, Inter Miami is going to get the benefit of a referee's call, a foul against Lovitz for a grab of the shirt. One yellow has been issued in this first half. Patrick Yazbek of Nashville SC was the guilty party. Nashville unbeaten in its last 15 all competitions. 12 in MLS, 4 in the U.S. Open Cup. Nashville in a 4-3-3 tonight under B.J. Callahan. Veteran defender Walker Zimmerman was talking this week about how Nashville has turned it around from 13th in the East a year ago to battling for the Supporters' Shield as we enter mid-July. And he said that after the regular season ended, B.J. Callahan kept the team in Nashville for a whole month, had an impromptu camp. And staying with Callahan has made all the difference. Here's Messi, left defensive half, long ball, and almost getting to it was Segovia, making a really long run up the left wing that started in the defensive half. It was broken up by Nashville in the box, but Inter Miami back on it, right attacking third. Here's Kromoski. He has had few touches tonight in the attack for Inter Miami. Now Messi onto Kromoski, left wing. Good ball to the left-hand side. Low delivery, Suarez could not get on the end of it as he was running to that near post on a ball from Alba. And it'll be a goal kick for Nashville. Suarez thought that he earned a corner, but it also looked like Suarez got his own feet tangled as he was trying to adjust to make a play on that ball at a difficult angle. And now there's an injured Nashville player. Yeah, Suarez made a mess of that as he whiffed on the ball. He's really frustrated, and yes, he's taken it out a bit on the referee, Filip Dujic. That said, I think there's some frustration with himself as well. Andy Nahar is the injured Nashville player who was laying across the end line near his own goal. He is back up now. Nahar, a Honduran international. But back to B.J. Callahan and the unscheduled postseason camp last year. It allowed these Nashville players to learn Callahan's system, to be around one another for an additional 30 or so days, and that helped them once the what is always very quick preseason came, and they were all on the same page once the season started. And credit to them for being professionals and not complaining about staying an additional month. Good defensive play by Jordi Alba. As he, with his back to the ball, was able to sprawl, get his right toe on the ball, and settle it nicely, pick himself up off the turf, and win possession back for Inter Miami in its left defensive third. Inter Miami clad in all pink per usual, 34th minute. That Inter Miami pink shirt has become one of the most iconic footballing shirts on the planet. Well done by Nashville on the press. Eddie Tagseth, who came to interfere with a ball that was intended for Kromoski near touchline in Inter Miami's left defensive half. If that gets through, Kromoski has a whole lot of real estate to basically saunter unmolested into the right attacking half. Instead, Inter Miami a throw in, and Nashville wins it back right away. Close quarters passing, 4 different Nashville players touch it, and now Nashville is going to defer the ball into the right defensive half, clear some space, and try and work up out of the back. Palacios into the left attacking half. Into the middle. Right to left angle on a ball that is fed to Lovitz near left touchline. Now back into the middle channel. Here is Nashville. A low shot from distance. It fell to Surridge. Maxi Falcone in the middle of the area. Blocked the Surridge shot. He went full extended on a tackle. That would have been a point-blank attempt on Ustari. And Falcone saves the day defensively, and Inter Miami has possession in its left defensive half. Oh, that was a phenomenal individual effort. Full sellout of the body, the full anatomy from Maxi Falcone. So that conflagration extinguished. 1-0 Inter Miami still maintains its 1-goal advantage. Here is Falcone, fresh off of his heroics. From his right center back position. Starts moving the ball off to the far side and now making his way to the midfield stripe. Left portion of the pitch is Martinez. Now off to Messi. Messi flanked intently by Mukhtar of Nashville. 2022 MVP in Major League Soccer. 2 MVPs on the same pitch. Messi last season, Mukhtar 2022. Allende trying to swipe a ball, right defensive half onto Wagon, who was making a run. Didn't get all his foot on it, did Allende. And it is won back by Jack Mayer of Nashville. Nashville long ball defensive half. Ustari knew that that was coming. He was 30 feet off his line outside the area. Took a short hop on him. He had to head it out of play across the touchline. didn't feel comfortable trying to keep it in play because Schaffelberg was making a run. Ustari did the right, safe thing, just send it out of play, live to see a throw in. Nashville did throw it in, and then Nashville, not on purpose, played it all the way back into its defensive half. So everything comes up roses for Inter Miami there. A 1-0 Inter Miami lead. A 17th minute, Lionel Messi, glorious free kick goal. And aren't they all glorious when they find the back of the net? A turnover from Nashville. Trying to do too much was Newhar of Nashville. Trying to go 1-on-4, and Inter Miami won it right back. Lionel Messi just olayed Mukhtar about 35 yards out. Messi, good ball, short range. Suarez back heel, wanted Messi. Couldn't get through, but then Inter Miami won it right back. Inter Miami's playing real hard. Segovia on the turn into the right wing. Here is Suarez. So Suarez playing on the right at this moment. Suarez onto Allende, headed to the right corner. Near the end line. Low cross, Allende! And he had Segovia right side of the box, got a right foot on it, but could not put it on net, and it floats wide of the near right post. Well, that was a good ball with a lot of pace from Allende deep in that near right corner, and he put it on target to the young Venezuelan Talasco Segovia, who just could not twist his hips around enough to challenge Joe Willis, the Nashville goalkeeper. So after it sailed out of play on the shot, goal kick Nashville, and here they come, trickling towards their left defensive half. Surridge playing all the way back near the midfield stripe, trying to get touches on the ball. Falcone pushed him in the back, and a foul is called. 38-30, 38-31, 38-32 on the clock here in this first half. 1-0 Inter Miami. Lovitz, the left back for Nashville. Left defensive half on the near touchline. A ball is worked over to the far right side. Played by Palacios. Now Newhar, an attempted cross delivered in by Yazbek. That's blocked out of play across the far right touchline by Davi Martinez. Throw in Nashville. This will be handled by Andy Nahar. Good throw in. Ball played through. Couldn't get through completely, though, as Martinez at the top border of the box got his right foot on a soft delivery from Eddie Tagseth. Right idea for Tagseth, but Martinez read it well. A lot of poise there. Here's Nashville again, though, asking questions across to Mukhtar. Heavy touch. He tried to bicycle delivery, a ball to the edge of the 6-yard box. Wanted Surridge. Inter Miami cleared it away, but the job's not done after the clearance. Newhar back on it. Now Tagseth on the right wing. Now Mukhtar, upper right of the box. Low delivery, sent in. Alba broke that up. And Segovia pokes it back to Alba, this time outside the box, along the far left touchline, and Nashville backs off. Well done by Inter Miami in the passing channels to get legs and limbs in the way. Andy Nahar, though, has been a pest from the Nashville side, the right back. He has a goal and 7 assists. He's an MLS All-Star, and he's showing why. He's extremely active. He's arguably been the best player on the pitch tonight for Nashville. We are within the confines of the 41st minute. Inter Miami 1, Nashville 0. Who accounts for the difference? You can guess. Lionel Messi. Messi, good ball into the midfield circle for Busquets. Suarez sends the ball high into the air. Right attacking half in the middle channel for Segovia. Good ball, Messi to the left part of the box. Alba's there. Low cross. And able to break up the play was Mayer for Nashville. Right man, right spot. And then Inter Miami able to track back on a long ball forward and win it in the midfield. Great communication. Maxi Falcone, as well as Davi Martinez, to cut off Mukhtar, who was a little bit frustrated. But Nashville wins possession, and here they come with some real estate to operate in. Near side left attacking half. Lovitz will play it back to the left of the midfield stripe. Yazbek with the left foot, slides it on to Tagseth. Tagseth up the middle channel, goes to Nahar on the outside right. A left-footed delivery from the far left touchline. Tegseth was making a vertical run to the edge of the right side of the box. No connection there, and Oscar Ustari for Inter Miami after corralling the ball with his feet. Will, in front of Nashville's leading scorer, Surridge, pick the ball up. And will distribute as Inter Miami gets back to work later stages of this first half. At this juncture, can't imagine a ton of added time. 1-0 Inter Miami with the lead. Suarez sends a sky ball into the left defensive third of Inter Miami. Alba plays it back to Martinez. Martinez along his end line earns a goal kick for Inter Miami as he blasts it off Mukhtar. That was not a well-played ball back to Martinez, and he was able to corral it. And a veteran move, put it off of Mukhtar to allow Ustari the goal kick. A reminder, all Inter Miami corners brought to you by Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. That's Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. Inter Miami came into tonight 12 first half home goals. That's now 13th. It is now tied for third in Major League Soccer, that mark, first half home goals. Nashville, a rain-making high ball, defensive half into the left attacking half, and then Wagon, a little bit of a heavy touch, but he was able to win it back for Inter Miami. Almost found Allende at the precipice of the defensive half. Nashville trying to find anyone making a run. Surridge just sort of no look, sprawling a ball into space, easily cleared by Inter Miami. And then a bad play by Busquets and Martinez. Here's Nashville, penalty D, and a diving block of a shot from Davi Martinez and Maxi Falcone as Scheffelberg was trying to line it up straight on goal from the border of the top of the box. That was deflected high into the air. It rolls out of play. Scheffelberg is banged up. Oh man, Inter Miami throwing bodies at the ball. That's the best way to atone for some sloppiness in your own defensive half, by sacrificing your body. It was Martinez who went full vertical. He took out his own teammate Falcone, but Scheffelberg's the one who comes up banged up for Nashville. He's now up and play is back underway. Goal kick, Inter Miami. We are inside the final minute of this opening stanza here in Fort Lauderdale. 1-0 Inter Miami on top. Falcone, right in the middle channel. Right smack dab in the middle, the epicenter of his left defensive half. Now off to the left portion of that defensive half and near the midfield is Jordi Alba after a pass from Martinez. Played back by Segovia to Martinez, and then Jordi Alba couldn't get on the end of a ball near the midfield stripe, and Nashville has it back. Nahar from his right back position sends it to his right center back, Jack Mayer. Nashville looking to probe. They are patient on offense. Nahar now in the left attacking half along the far touchline. We have hit 45 minutes, 3 added minutes in this first half, and now Nashville threatening on the border of the left attacking third. Good ball to the outside, room to operate. Lovitz got onto it near touchline. Lovitz step over into the left channel. He swings it across. It's headed to the near post, and unable to get on the end of it was Surridge on a beautiful delivery from Qasim. Ustari had read it well the entire way. Qasim was marked, probably got away with a push of Busquets in the box. Qasim tried to feed it to the near post where Surridge was making a run, but Surridge couldn't get there in time, and it is a goal kick for Inter Miami. The 3 added minutes in this first half with Inter Miami up 1-0, presented by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Test drive the new Q5 today at your local South Florida Audi dealer, or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That new Q5, it is beautiful. Go to AudiUSA.com. Why wouldn't you want to test drive it? Come on. We are through a minute of the additional 3 in the first 45. 1-0 Inter Miami on top. Nashville in its defensive half, right side of the pitch, near side. Tagseth, square ball, near side to far side with his left foot, picks up Nahar. Now he sends a ball up the outside right wing, sliding over Martinez to blast a ball into the seats. Right corner, as Shuffleberg was making a run. Martinez concedes the corner for Nashville. This will come far side to near side, and it'll be delivered by Mukhtar. Inter Miami has been prone at times this season to allowing set-piece goals, especially off of corners. This will be an outswinger, far side to near side for Hani Mukhtar. A whole bevy of bodies in the box in the left attacking third. Corner for Nashville with about a minute left in the first half. 1-0 Inter Miami. And in the air, Mukhtar delivers. Good pace on this to the 6-yard area. It's headed up into the air and wide. Bustari's goal. And it is going to be a goal kick for Inter Miami. I believe that was Surridge who got a head on it for Nashville, but never really much of a threat. He was off balance and he was well marked. So Ustari's going to take his time, try and bleed off as much clock as he can here in the twilight moments of the first half. No, it wasn't Surridge who got the head on it. It was Surridge who had Maxi Falcone on top of him for much of the sequence. Surridge was unhappy. The goal kick from Ustari into the right attacking half of Inter Miami, and Nashville able to win it. Nashville in its defensive half, right side of the pitch, Nahar to Yazbek. Yazbek now tag set. Couldn't connect on a pass to Shuffleberg, who was standing about 6 yards into the left attacking half. It rolls through Shuffleberg, and that is the end of the opening half. The whistle is blown by Filip Dujic, and a fascinating opening 45 minutes. The exclamation point in the 17th minute, Lionel Messi with a goal from 23 yards, a free kick under the wall and inside the far post, sending Chase Stadium into hysterics. His 15th goal of the MLS campaign, and Messi is the difference. Inter Miami 1, Nashville SC 0. At halftime, we'll hear highlights, we'll go through numbers, and we'll take a glance all around MLS with Mike Rizzo, who is waiting patiently, whichever one you want to say or use, waiting patiently back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Mike Rizzo on the way. Inter Miami, a 1-0 lead over Nashville SC. Halftime show after this. It's Inter Miami football.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
At PNC Bank, they pride themselves on being boring. But the truth is, they couldn't be more excited to serve the South Florida community. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly toiled away to deliver brilliant results for their equally brilliant clients. Now, their dedicated financial teams are ready to do the boring work to help you unlock your own brilliance. Let's see what boring banking can do for you. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Want more from your drive? This is it. The all made better.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS air conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Here's Mike Rizzo.
His left foot, low ball scored inside the far post. It was inevitable. Messi picked his spot. He put pace on it, and he beats Willis, who sprawled to the right, but his fate was sealed. It is goal number 15 on the year for Lionel Messi. He has won off the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer, and he keeps on pouring in goals. It's his 9th goal in his last 5. Incredible! It's the 101st goal from outside the box in the career of Lionel Messi. 71 free kick goals in his career.
That is the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka, on the call. Welcome on in, folks, to your halftime report on your Inter Miami radio network. Lionel Messi opening up the scoring in the 17th minute in that first half. It is his 5th goal in his last 3 games and 9th in his last 5, to Ken's point. And he has over 100 goals outside the box in his career. We are truly watching one of the greatest to ever do it in an Inter Miami uniform. And as I mentioned, welcome on into the halftime show. We are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Want more from your drive? This is it. The all-new Audi Q5 with a powerful sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every ride better than the last. An all-new interior with a digital stage with you in mind. Introducing the all-new Audi Q5, our best made better. Test drive the all-new 2025 Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer today, or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. Let's get into your halftime stats, brought to you by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Inter Miami winning the possession 53% to 47. Expected goals for Inter Miami is 0.46. Expected goals for Nashville, 0.14. Total shots for our Herons, 5, comparatively to Nashville's 3. 3 shots on target for our Herons, 0 for Nashville. 2 big chances for Inter Miami, 0 for Nashville. You're finding a trend here. Inter Miami defensively has really kind of locked things down for Nashville. Inter Miami Oscar Gustari doesn't have a save. He might as well be picking dandelions out there with what's been going on in the first half with Inter Miami. But Inter Miami did miss a couple of big chances. This thing could easily be 3-0 right now on the score sheet. But 1-0 at halftime with Lionel Messi's 17th minute goal. I mentioned that no saves so far for Oscar Ustari. Ustari, coming into the game, we were a bit worried that something might have been going on with Oscar. Oscar kind of had a shoulder injury. The last game, we saw the lone goal that New England scored this past Wednesday. That was Inter Miami's last fixture this past Wednesday at Gillette Stadium against the New England Revolution. It seemed Oscar Ustari hurt that shoulder. He went to go try to swat a pretty good shot by Gill of New England, who ultimately ended up scoring. He went to go reach his shoulder up, felt some pain, and wasn't able to extend it. Javier Mascherano tonight has two goalkeepers in the reserves. He's got Rocco Rios Novo, the young Argentinian, who before he came to Inter Miami, played football with Javier Mascherano for the under-21 Argentinians in the Olympics. And then you got William Yarborough, the United States veteran who played 19 games last season for his former club, gave up 45 goals. But nonetheless, two keepers on the reserves for Inter Miami. We didn't necessarily, like I said, Usari but might as well have been picking dandelions while Inter Miami was really holding possession and getting shots on target. But it's good to see that Oscar kind of lasted that first half. But Inter Miami dominating the game. As I mentioned, it probably should be a couple of goals to nil right now, but we are deadlocked at 1-0. Let's go around the MLS. A lot of fixtures in hand right now, and a lot of these fixtures did start at 7:30, so we are into the second half on a couple of these. So Orlando City up 1-0 on Montreal. That's in the 53rd minute. Philadelphia up 2-0 on the New York Red Bulls, 53rd as well. Toronto 0-0 with Atlanta. That's in the 50th. As I've mentioned, halftime with our Herons, 1-0 over Nashville. Austin FC in that 13th minute against New England. And then Chicago and San Diego. San Diego up 1-0 in Chicago. Minnesota against San Jose. Minnesota up 1-0. 0-0 against Sporting Kansas City and Seattle. And then FC Cincinnati up 2-0 against the Columbus Crew. Let's take a quick look at the reserves for Inter Miami on maybe who might be coming into the game. By the way, Lionel Messi, the lone goal in the game, 7.7 MR, according to FotMob. But on the bench, no one else on the pitch, for that matter, for Inter Miami or Nashville, is over a 6.8. I could probably see Baltasar Rodriguez coming on at some point, maybe for a Talasco Segovia. Federico Redondo, Ken did mention Redondo a bit banged up right now, but he is available off the bench. Maybe you could see him come in for Benjamin Kremasky or Sergio Busquets. I think Sergio Busquets maybe could use a breather, did not rest for 1 minute during the FIFA Club World Cup and has really been available and fit. But Baltasar Rodriguez, Federico Redondo, and then Fafa Pico. Honest to God, folks, I was a little surprised Fafa wasn't in the lineup tonight. We haven't necessarily seen Fafa Pico featured for the Inter Miami Herons. Pico, a big acquisition in the offseason, can play a little bit of everything. Can play left mid, can play right mid, could play a bit of striker if asked to as well. So I think those are three names to keep an eye on coming off of the bench. Baltasar Rodriguez, Federico Redondo, and Fafa Pico. Now, if there is a defender, let's say a center back gets injured, it's going to be Ryan Saylor tonight. Ryan Saylor is the lone center back on the bench for Javier Mascherano tonight. So if we do have a center back go down, it's probably going to be Ryan Saylor coming off that bench. For that matter, too, a fullback as well. So Saylor, the lone defender on the bench, could possibly see him coming in as well. I got to give credit to Mascherano and the Herons for their game plan against Surridge. Now, Surridge is the Golden Boot leader by 1 goal after Lionel Messi scored his 15th goal in the MLS season in the first half. That is Sam Surridge, the 26-year-old from England. He has 16 goals on the season and has really been able to find the back of the net a lot of times this year. But Mascherano and this defense and his tactics have really gotten to Nashville. I mentioned, once again, let's go through the statistics for Nashville. No shots on target, no big chances, 0 big chances missed. They have 3 shots total. I mean, there has not been a lot of offensive output so far for Nashville SC, and let's hope it continues in the second half. On Wednesday, Inter Miami's most recent fixture, they were able to handle their business handedly in that first half. Did get a little bit of dicey in that second half after that Gill goal in the 80th minute. But 1-0 is your halftime score. It is now time to send you back pitch side with Ken LaVicka and our on-site producer, the OG, Oscar Gonzalez, live in Fort Lauderdale. Good to be home. Inter Miami's first home fixture since May 31st. Going well so far. Let's hope our Herons can hang on in the second half. You are listening to your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Want more from your drive? This is it.
It's Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Ken LaVicka.
To start the second half in Fort Lauderdale, Inter Miami 1, Nashville SC 0. Filip Dujic blows his whistle, and the second half has begun. Ken LaVicka back with you in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as nighttime is fully descended upon South Florida. 1-0 Inter Miami on top here at Chase Stadium. To my right, Oscar Gonzalez, the OG on-site engineer. Great work as always at halftime by Mike Rizzo in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Inter Miami in the attack right to left in the second 45. Inter Miami head to toe in pink, black lettering, numbering, and trim. Meanwhile, Nashville, yellow tops, blue lettering, numbering, and trim with their blue shorts. Inter Miami in the left attacking third. Suarez sends a ball to the right of the area. Allende holds up play, and he'll scoop a ball out to the right wing, and Inter Miami resets the attack in their left attacking half. Inter Miami got the only goal of this match in the 17th minute off of a Lionel Messi free kick. He now has 10 goals in his last 6 matches, 9 in his last 5. Absolutely prodigious from Lionel Messi. In fact, the biggest goal-scoring burst of the year from Sam Surridge, who's on the other side tonight. Nashville, the Golden Boot leader in MLS, was 10 goals in a 6-match span. That is an all-time record for Nashville. Lionel Messi has officially matched that pace with his free kick goal tonight, with his 10th tally in 6 matches. Here is a ball that is sent right defensive half, and on the charge, here's a good ball through, trying to get to Luis Suarez, but it's swiped back to the goalkeeper. Suarez could not get on the end of that. Jason Palacios got there first. That ball came from the right wing from Tadeo Allende. Off the restart, the referee says, no, push it back. Not ready for play yet. As we get into minute number 48 on a warm, muggy Saturday night in South Florida. The air is heavy, a lot of anticipation. It was thick leading into this one, and this has been quite the tug of war between these two sides. Nashville found its way about the 20th minute of this match, has not been able to break through after Inter Miami was the better side for about the opening 20 minutes, and Lionel Messi punctuated that with his free kick goal, a foul against Kromoski in the Nashville right attacking half as he wrestled Neuhaar to the turf. And now it's Tagseth off the restart, getting Nashville going. Coming up the right side, outside right channel. Here's a delivery into the box, and it's into the back of the net. A goal for Mukhtar. A wonderful delivery from Neuhaar. About 30 yards away from the near touchline, and he picked out Mukhtar Stari on the near post, and we're level at 1. What a dazzling delivery. That was all world, and Inter Miami has been dinged early in the second half. Neuhaar just lined up across, and Mukhtar was unmarked in the middle of the area and simply flicked a header near post past Ustari. That is poor defending from Inter Miami. That is not good enough. And Inter Miami pays the price. 1-1 in the 49th minute. Let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. It's Inter Miami football.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Ken LaVicka back with you from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 1, Nashville 1. Nashville just drawing level thanks to a Hani Mukhtar goal, his 10th of the year. He now has 18 goal contributions on the season. That is his 5th goal all time against Inter Miami, all competitions. He has been a thorn in Inter Miami's side in the history of the franchise. And now Inter Miami needs to get moving again. The attack has been stagnant. Left of the box, here's Luis Suarez. Tried to nutmeg Palacios. Couldn't get it through his legs. And now Nashville trying to build out of the back. Oh, a chip up and over Alba to himself for Neuhaar, who had the lovely assist on the Mukhtar goal. But Inter Miami able to track back. Sergio Busquets and Davi Martinez escort it back to the goal right side of the pitch where Oscar Ustari, Inter Miami goalkeeper, swipes it back into play. Messi, a ball to the left wing. Suarez fighting for it. He's boxed out by Palacios. Suarez just not contributing much here tonight. He had a very, very poor miss on a wide open net early in this match, and it has carried into his play the rest of the proceedings. Nashville's goalkeeper Joe Willis has a ball played onto him, and he will send one right up the middle to Patrick Yazbek in Nashville's left defensive half. And now Yazbek has it once again after a return feed from the far touchline. Yazbek into the attacking half. It was won by Schaffelberg, who took some contact, and a foul is called against Kromoski of Inter Miami. Schaffelberg for a second time tonight down on the pitch and writhing in pain. And now here come the physios for Nashville. Inter Miami, 10 halftime leads this season. 32 points in the opening half. That is second in MLS. But Inter Miami, it only takes Nashville 2 minutes into the second half to equalize, with this scoreline sitting 1-1. So as Schaffelberg for Nashville receives some medical attention, players on both sides will go and receive some hydration. Fafa Pico getting loose for Inter Miami along the Inter Miami touchline. You wonder if he's going to be the one to take Luis Suarez off. Alan Abando is not available tonight for Javier Mascherano. If we're speaking of Inter Miami strikers, Federico Redondo is getting loose as well. Baltasar Rodriguez jogging in his penny along the end line, left side of the pitch. Goals tonight for Lionel Messi, Inter Miami, and Hani Mukhtar of Nashville. Inter Miami's coming in the 17th minute. Nashville's, thanks to Mukhtar, coming in the 49th minute. 1-1 score line. This match and Cincinnati-Columbus, the two heavyweight battles. And this weekend of MLS play, Schaffelberg is going to come off. So we'll have our first substitution of the match, and it's going to come via Nashville. Alex Muil is onto the pitch, and he'll take over near the top of the 4-3-3 for manager B.J. Callahan and Nashville SC. So an injury-forced substitution for Nashville, just about 4 minutes after drawing level 1-1. And Nashville has it in their left defensive half. Inter Miami has not shown much in the attack for quite some time. Willis, the goalkeeper, sends it into the midfield. Busquets with a header down in front of the midfield circle, and Inter Miami is in possession. Can they make anything happen? Martinez coming into the left attacking half for Inter Miami. Continues to charge forward. And now a good ball, Messi to the outside left of the area. Alba pushes in a cross, couldn't find anybody. It's cleared away, but on to Busquets of Inter Miami. Busquets now scoops to the right side of the box. Allende lays it off. Here's Messi. Messi to his left foot, to the top of the penalty arc. His shot is blocked high into the air. Could not get it through traffic. Can Inter Miami win the ball back in their defensive half? The answer is yes, as Mukhtar hit the ground. Kramaski won it back for Inter Miami. Now to the right of the area. Wagon worked into the middle channel, about 34 yards out. Messi. He was able to thread the needle on a pass to Suarez, who tried to float a ball to the upper left and put it up and over the crossbar. An ambitious take there for Luis Suarez just outside the right portion of the area. It's into the seats, and it's a goal kick for Nashville. Well, Suarez tried to loft a ball home with no keeper in front of goal early in this match. And then he tried to do it with pinpoint accuracy in the 54th minute, and it sailed about 5 feet above the crossbar. Right idea. Suarez right now, his form doesn't dictate he's able to pull off that shot. Tag Seth just inside the right attacking half for Nashville. Spray the ball out to the left-hand side. It'll be played back into Nashville's left defensive half. And the boys in blue, as they call them in Tennessee, stay patient in possession. Tag Seth. Midfield circle. Good tackle from behind by Luis Suarez. That's a nice contribution. And now Segovia left attacking half. At the front of the midfield circle. Here comes Messi up the right channel. Messi back to his left foot. Messi dispossessed by Tag Seth. Good defensive play by Tag Seth as Messi was trying to line him up. And look out on the counter. Here's Nashville. It's a 3-on-2. It's played left side of the box. Falcone was late defensively out of the right foot of Surridge. And it's just wide of the far post to the right of goal. But the flag was up. It was offside. Surridge couldn't keep himself on. Falcone was a bit late defensively because he played Surridge offside coming up that left channel. But this is starting to get a little nervy for Inter Miami. This looks like the Nashville that is unbeaten 15 in a row all competitions and 12 straight in Major League Soccer. It'll be Maxi Falcone, far side right defensive half for Inter Miami. Trying to regain some traction in this match are the men in pink. Square ball near side to the middle of the pitch. Lionel Messi couldn't beat Tag Seth for that ball in the attacking midfield. Real-time MLS table. Cincinnati is atop the East, 45 points as they hold serve. Over in Philadelphia. Philadelphia 43 points on the table, 2 points back. Nashville can leapfrog Philadelphia with a victory and put themselves for another weekend in second in the East. Inter Miami, meanwhile, has fallen to sixth in the real-time table, with Orlando's 1-0 victory over Toronto. But Inter Miami, if they can pull off all 3 points, they will jump into fourth in the East because they have swept the season series from Columbus, who currently trails 2-0 in their match. But right now, Nashville controlling possession, 58th minute, 1-1 Inter Miami and Nashville SC from the defensive half into the attacking half, far left touchline. Marcelo Weygant won a ball on that side. That is good physical play from Weygant. There's a Nashville player down and upset on the far side. The referee says play on. That's just football. And I believe that is Surridge who is unhappy. And now here comes Inter Miami. Left attacking half. The border of the attacking third. Segovia, inside right channel. To the outside, left of the area, Alba. Played it back Segovia on the left wing. Segovia scoops the ball. Messi couldn't get through. A little too cute there from Segovia. And then Segovia called for a foul as he rode Tagseth into this natural surface. Filip Dujic has, for the most part, kept things orderly tonight. Our referee in black on this Saturday evening. And we have hit the hour mark here in Fort Lauderdale. Ken LaVicka with you from Chase Stadium. Oscar Gonzalez, on-site engineer, the OG to my right. Mike Rizzo back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. 1-1 Inter Miami and Nashville. In the second half this season, Inter Miami has 19 goals. That is 6th in MLS. They need to find one here to break this 1-1 draw. Nashville looking for what would be a famous away victory and snap a streak of 7 winless against Inter Miami. Here's Weygant with the delivery into the middle of the box. That was handled by Nashville defensively. That delivery came from the right-hand side, and then Nashville trying to use its athleticism to charge forward, and a foul against Nashville. That's a nice play by Allende to get to the ball first and get in front of Qasim, who's called for the foul along the touchline in the midfield. And now Inter Miami back to play. Martinez, left attacking half to the near touchline. Inter Miami going right to left into the middle. Here's Suarez onto his right foot. Suarez had a pass picked off, won it back though in the penalty arc. Tried a short range pass to Segovia. He had it tackled away. Brave defending by Jack Mayer of Nashville. There looked like a couple of opportunities Inter Miami had to maybe attempt a shot. Segovia, he thought he was fouled in the left attacking third. But the referee says play on, and Nashville on it in the right attacking half now. Played into the midfield circle for Qasim. And now Tagseth. Right into the middle of the pitch, Yazbek. Yazbek surveys, sent it short range outside the left portion of the center circle for Tagseth. Tagseth delivered a ball to the top border of the box. Falcone heads it down. And a long ball into the middle. Suarez couldn't get on the end of it. Messi nearly did, but swiping it back is Palacios from the midfield circle onto the keeper. Then a giveaway. Willis give it right to Messi, middle of the box. He's not going to miss that. Messi pestered just long enough to force the turnover. It's a 5th straight match with a brace for Lionel Messi. He found himself all alone, and he puts it into the left side of goal. It was on a platter, and Messi was perfect. 2-1, Inter Miami, 62nd minute, and a big thank you from Joe Willis of Nashville. Messi will never score an easier goal. A catastrophic mistake from Willis as Messi stepped into the path of a pass at the edge of the area. Messi footed it down and simply slid it past the keeper. Messi forced the mistake. What can't he do? And there are the Messi chants. And now Javier Mascherano is going to take the opportunity to make his opening substitutions. Federico Redondo, Baltasar Rodriguez are on for Inter Miami. Redondo for Allende. As these substitutions are coming hot and heavy here, so I'll try and keep up with you as we go along. Baltasar Rodriguez taking off Talasco Segovia for Inter Miami, and then a couple of substitutions for Nashville. Gaston Brugman has Patrick Yazbek coming off. So Yazbek's night is done, the midfielder. And Gaston Brugman enters the fray. Walker Zimmerman, the U.S. men's national team man, comes on for Jason Palacios. So those are your substitutions, 4 of them in total, 2 for each side. And substitutions 2 and 3 for Nashville. 2-1, Inter Miami on top. 5th straight match with a brace for Lionel Messi. He now has 11 goals in his last 6. An unstoppable and jaw-dropping pace for Lionel Messi at 38 years old. And now in real time, Inter Miami jumps to 4th in the Eastern Conference. 65th minute. There is still a lot of time here. Inter Miami is going to have to either park the bus, which has not worked particularly well for them through fast stretches of the season, or continue to be aggressive, which did work for them for the most part in the FIFA Club World Cup. And in about the last month and a half of MLS play. So what tactic will Javier Mascherano take? We're about to find out. Sergio Busquets forces a turnover in the midfield, and now Inter Miami wants to run again. Lionel Messi, middle channel, left attacking half. Split 2 defenders, and he's chopped down by Tagseth. No, the referee says play on. My goodness. Absolutely no respect for the greatest player of all time from Philippe Dujic, the referee. But then a very strong Wagon slide tackle to break up play as Nashville was trying to produce an opportunity. Far side, right attacking third, off the throw-in for Nashville. Here is Muil. He was the first substitute. Pass to the top of the box. Surridge tried to play it through his legs. Cleared by Inter Miami, but right back to Tagseth. Here comes Nashville. Play through. Look out! And Mukhtar from a difficult angle. Right of the 6-yard box. Put it offside netting. I believe Ustari got a touch on it. And let's take a look here. Ustari, I don't know. They awarded a corner to Nashville, near side to far side. Ustari's not protesting. We looked at the replay. It did not look like Ustari got a touch on that. It was a really difficult angle shot. It will be a corner for Nashville, near side to far side. Right attacking third. This will be an outswinger from Mukhtar, the goal scorer tonight for Nashville. 2-1 Inter Miami. 67th minute. Mukhtar with his right foot as Inter Miami attempts to mark defensively. 2 hands in the air for Mukhtar. Here he comes to the near post. It's headed up and over the crossbar. Ustari had to leap for it, and he put a touch on it. He tipped it over the crossbar. Oh, that was a nifty header from Walker Zimmerman. I know it went off of Federico Redondo, I believe. Walker Zimmerman, it went off the shoulder of Redondo. That was where the touch took place upon the replay, so Mukhtar's going to do it again, same spot. Near side to far side corner, 2-1 Inter Miami. Walker Zimmerman, the wily veteran, the U.S. men's national team veteran, directed that well. Mukhtar is going to put this to the near post again. It's headed by Surridge to the left of the area. Now sent to Tagseth, who almost whipped on a shot entirely outside the upper left of the box. Ball is loose, won by Inter Miami, cleared away, and now there's a chase for it, and it is going to be Inter Miami winning the ball. Well done by Inter Miami on that far side to draw a foul. Jordi Alba giving it everything he had to track that ball down. It was sent skyward. He controlled it, took contact for the foul. Quick restart, Inter Miami. Messi races into the left attacking half, but had a pass blocked away. He was trying to send something up the left wing, and instead, here's Nashville. They try and play a ball through to Mukhtar, who is lurking, but Martinez had him marked well, and Ustari for Inter Miami will come up at the top of his box and simply push a ball with his right foot back to Martinez, about 5 yards outside of the upper left of the area. 2-1 Inter Miami. Lionel Messi, his 11th goal in 6 matches. I mean, that is absolute insanity. He has 5 straight braces, and he also is tied with Sam Surridge, who's right across from him on this very pitch for the Golden Boot League in Major League Soccer. Miami taking some time in its right defensive third. Got to be careful here. Near right touchline. Alba scooped a ball out that was deflected. It was pressed on to Suarez near the midfield circle, but he couldn't control it, and Nashville is back on it. You'd like to see Inter Miami maybe a little bit more aggressive in the attack. Don't want to welcome an athletic team like Nashville to keep asking questions. Square ball near side to far side. Nashville trying to set something up. They are such a good team when it comes to making runs. They are precise, and they are deadly. Surridge right now being marked by Falcone near the penalty arc as Zimmerman has it about 40 yards away on the right wing for Nashville. Right attacking half for yellow-clad Nashville SC. Here's Nahar. Nahar, he has the assist tonight for Nashville. Angled left, far near side to far side, and now a ball is pushed back almost even with the top of the right portion of the box. A delivery is whipped in from the right. Maxi Falcone took care of that for Inter Miami, but job's not done. Nashville back on it. Mukhtar on the left wing. He's going to loop around into the middle channel, laid off for Brugman. Brugman back to the outside. Low ball to the edge of the area. Low cross. Martinez extinguished that opportunity, sent it high and skyward, and Nashville will regain possession, but they'll do so about 35 yards away. Here's Nashville once again, outside the area, charging hard. There's contact to the edge of the box from Sergio Busquets. Nashville had a player throw himself to the turf. The referee says play on, and then a foul against Nashville in Inter Miami's right defensive third. And Inter Miami will finally get the ball back. Well, that was Qasim, who tried to earn a point to the spot. It was close to the upper line of the area, but the referee said play on, rightfully so after looking at the replay. But as we mentioned earlier, Nashville extremely proficient at earning the referee's whistle and drawing penalty attempts, 10 of them this year. Nashville has been awarded. That's tops in Major League Soccer coming into tonight by 6 entire attempts. Nashville's converted 7 of them. Inter Miami, right defensive third. Falcone floats a ball into the middle, and that was too easy. Right back to Nashville. But Nashville gave it right away. Martinez, good footwork, and into the middle, some room to go for Rodriguez. Rodriguez, left attacking half. Nice job of holding up play. Shed a defender, sent it to the near touchline. Kremoski's going to take his time. Give it off to Alba. Alba outside left channel. He's flanked by 2 defenders. We're about 7 yards away, and Alba opts to play it back into the right defensive half to Davi Martinez. Martinez, whose loan from River Plate expires at the end of July. There will be a decision that will be made on his future by the front office of Inter Miami, but he has played an integral role in Inter Miami's 2-1 lead here tonight. 73rd minute here in Fort Lauderdale. And a foul against Nashville. Far touchline, Inter Miami's right defensive half. And is that Suarez? No, that's Weigand, who looks like he took a spike in his right calf. He's up. He's still rubbing it a little bit. Medical attention as old as time. The old rub it where it hurts. Inter Miami left defensive half near side. briefly as Olba left hand sweeps it back into the right defensive portion for Inter Miami. Now Martinez will do Alba one better and send it back to his own penalty arc where Ustari splits two defenders with a pass to Busquets. He gives it right back to Ustari. Ustari, no stranger to playing it with his feet, will spray a ball. Now defensive half near touchline to Alba. Near side, Martinez into the middle. Not a great ball. It was bandied into the air by Nashville, and Redondo won it for Inter Miami in the defensive midfield. Inter Miami taking its time, and they find anybody making a run. 2-1 Inter Miami. A third goal for Inter Miami would provide a lot of needed relief against this extremely potent and, for the most part this season, unbeatable Nashville side. Martinez, right defensive half. Now into the middle in the defensive half, Busquets. Off to Falcone, shaded off to the right-hand side, and now he will deliver a long ball forward. And it is handled well by Nashville, headed out of play. Far touchline, about at the border of the left attacking third for Inter Miami, and the throw in Inter Miami. Here's Lionel Messi 40 yards away, lays off a pass, Busquets angling left, and now a delivery to Alba. Even edge of the left box extended. Now Kremoski to the left of the area. He hugs the touchline, gives it right back to Alba about 10 yards away. Pass into the middle, Redondo. Redondo takes one touch, now two, and then has a pass easily intercepted. And now Nashville on the move once again into the right attacking half. Here's Nashville. Well done, Davi Martinez, as he came up and he swept it away from Kasim. That is good physical defense from Davi Martinez. He's so agile. Oh, Busquets, for a moment, thought he had Messi making a run. Messi had to cut off the run. He was offside. Instead, Busquets holds it up and sends it off to the left near the midfield stripe, attacking half for Alba. Now, near touchline, Kremoski. Minute number 75 is nearly in the books, and Inter Miami clinging to this 2-1 lead. Inter Miami in their defensive half just need to be solid on the ball. Weigand streaking right to left into the middle channel in his right defensive half. Busquets gave a ball to Messi, who retrieves it in the defensive half. Messi zooms and zips away from two defenders. Give it to Martinez near side defensive half, and now Alba into the left attacking half before deferring back to the defensive midfield. Martinez now to Alba into the middle, left wing, left attacking half. Kremoski toe pokes it onto Rodriguez. He'll give it off to Messi on the right wing. Messi comes forward. Messi through one defender, now two, onto his left foot, gave it up. Rodriguez, now Alba, left of the box. He misplayed it for a moment, pushed it Messi back to Alba, left of the 6-yard box, into the middle. Oh, a bicycle kick attempt. And Weigand couldn't quite, or Suarez couldn't quite get enough on it. And it takes one hop into Joe Willis. Oh, an electric attempt from Suarez, but he could not get enough on it. Oh, man, he spiked it into the turf instead of directing it on goal. If he could have gotten any sort of propulsion on that shot, Suarez, who was fully airborne, I'm not sure how Willis stops it. That had the fans out of their seats. Inter Miami able to win the ball away from Nashville after Nashville had made its way into the right attacking third, but Nashville on it again immediately. A ball floated to the left side of the area. Martinez heads it away from trouble for Inter Miami. And now here's Suarez. Good job. Good ball to Redondo. Redondo couldn't send a ball forward, though. He got through two defenders, still battling for it. Oh, the referee called a foul as Messi was charging forward to win the loose ball. Redondo had worked extremely hard to continue the play going into the left attacking half, but Jack Mayer took a dive, and the referee obliged and called the foul against Redondo. That would have resulted in a 3-on-2. The final two substitutions are coming for the side from Nashville. It's going to be Matthew Corcoran who comes on, and Julian Gaines for Nashville. Tag Seth Snipe is over for Nashville. Matthew Corcoran, 2 assists on the season as Nashville restarts play. Into the middle, Surridge, good job Martinez as Surridge was inside the left portion of the area Martinez skied the ball, then won it back along the end line. Inter Miami works it out to about 35 yards away from their own goal before Nashville regains possession. Julian Gaines sends it to the near right touchline. Kasim. And Inter Miami will watch as Nashville tried to feed a ball from the right wing to a vertical run being made about halfway between the 6-yard box and the right edge of the 18. It did not link up, rolls across the right end line. Goal kick for Inter Miami. Nashville going full high press. They are throwing numbers into the Inter Miami defensive half. Inter Miami with the goal kick. Baltasar Rodriguez make that Redondo. No, it was Rodriguez. Won the ball for a moment. Gave it up, and then he comes and bowls over Nahar. Nahar got up, got the ball, but Inter Miami won it right back, and then Suarez is tackled off the ball by Zimmerman. Suarez is unhappy. Nashville back in possession. Left wing, Mouil. Now Corcoran, his opening touch since substituting on to the left of the area. Lovitz, he had a cross blocked, but it didn't go out of play. A right-footed attempted a cross from left of the area by Nashville. Blocked away, this time by Weigott. And now Messi wins it for Inter Miami, and now maybe some numbers can push forward. Left attacking half, Kromoski. Kromoski will hold up play as we enter 79th minute territory here in Fort Lauderdale. Rodriguez in the midfield circle, attacking half. Left side of the pitch for Inter Miami. Rodriguez is simply going to chunk a ball back to Redondo. Midfield circle, defensive half. And now Martinez for Inter Miami. Along the touchline, near side, Alba. Left attacking half. Kromoski wins the ball, trying to keep it away from the defender, Gaines. And now Alba will simply deposit the ball back to Ustari in his own box, right side of the pitch. And the blue-clad Ustari blasts the ball into the midfield, right back to Nashville. There's Brugman. Midfield circle, wanted Surridge trying to make a run towards goal, but he was bracketed by 3 Inter Miami defenders, and he was offside. Good job by Martinez and Falcone and Redondo to account for Surridge. The ball rolls harmlessly onto Ustari, and we have 10 minutes plus any added time left in this 2-1 Inter Miami lead. It would be Inter Miami's 5th straight victory in MLS play. Lionel Messi, both goals tonight for Inter Miami. In the 17th minute on a free kick, in the 62nd minute after forcing a turnover and easily poking it home. Long ball, Kromoski on the charge. Left channel, left of the area. Kromoski able to make the turn on it. Gives it up left wing, Suarez, who came in support. Suarez right into the middle, Busquets. Busquets, defenders collapsing on him. Sends it off to the right-hand side, Messi. Messi comes up the right wing, charges into the box. Got through one tackle, then the ball was deflected away along the end line right side. It's won by Weigott of Inter Miami. Right back on to Messi. Messi to Busquets outside the area. Gave it up Messi. Messi could not get a proper touch on it. Good defensive play by Corcoran. Nashville had some problems getting the ball away from the box, but now they finally do, only to have it won back. Good job by Busquets off solid pressure from Inter Miami. That was well done by Inter Miami defensively. Now Messi, left wing. Good job. He's giving it up to Alba. Alba almost sped it through to Suarez, who was making a run. But a sliding Zimmerman deflection of the ball saved catastrophe for Nashville. And then a foul is called. No, a substitution's going to be made. And we are going to see Tomas Aviles. Aviles, who was asked this week about his yellow card issues. Attracts them at a concerning rate. He's going to be put to the test here in the final 8 minutes. Luis Suarez's night comes to an end. Nashville has been awarded 10 penalties this year. Aviles needs to keep his limbs to himself. 2-1 Inter Miami. Sitting on this lead, 82.5 minutes on the clock. And Inter Miami concedes a throw-in in Nashville's left attacking third. This will come from the far left side. Nashville's manager, B.J. Callahan, looks on. It's worked to the middle channel for Nashville, about 35 yards away. Outside the left portion of the box, a ball is fed to the left of the area. Nashville searching. Here's a ball to the 6-yard box. Mukhtar got a foot on it in front of Busquets, but could not get a good shot on it, trying to turn just outside the near post and get something on it. Ustari able to gobble up the dribbler, but Mukhtar put himself in a good spot, controlled the ball well, but on the turn couldn't quite make enough contact on the shot, and Ustari able to clutch the ball into his chest. That was frightening, and there was a little bit too much room there for Mukhtar to be able to maneuver. So now the back line for Inter Miami. Martinez is at this moment playing left back. Alba's moved up to the midfield. Your center backs are Aviles and Falcone, and Weigott remains at right back, with Busquets trying to assist defensively. Yannick Bright continues to miss time with injury for Inter Miami. We have crossed the threshold of the 84th minute. Inter Miami 2, Nashville 1 here in Fort Lauderdale. And here comes Nashville, pushing forward again. Attacking half, far touchline, right side of the pitch. Corcoran floats the ball to the right of the area. Handled there well by Nahar. Now Gaines, outside right channel. Back to Nahar. Near the touchline. Top of the box extended, near side, right side. Gaines, 1-2 action with Brugman. And now it'll be sprayed into the middle channel. Here is Nashville. Left wing. Left foot delivery, and nobody home for Nashville. Surridge was marked well by Falcone. Davi Martinez easily chests the ball down, and Oscar Ustari is simply going to scoop the ball up left side of his area, and he will deposit with two hands. The ball back to Martinez over the head of Nashville's Andy Nahar. 85 minutes on the clock as things are tense here at Chase Stadium. 2-1. Inter Miami on top. Glad you're with us on this Saturday night. Messi. Good layoff off to Weigott. Now Inter Miami has some room to operate. Messi charging forward up the middle channel. Left attacking half. Messi. Good ball to the outside. Left to the box. Alba. Alba going to wait for reinforcements. Here comes Martinez to be that reinforcement. Back into the middle now. Busquets. 85.5 minutes expired. Redondo for Inter Miami. Right wing. He'll swipe a ball to Alba, who's able to keep it down along the touchline near side, but it went off of his hand as he tried to control it. Handball. Redondo just a little bit too much on that right wing to near left touchline delivery, and now here comes Nashville. Into the midfield circle. Inter Miami trying to keep it shape defensively. A Nashville player went down in a heap away from the ball, and a referee calls a foul against Weigott. That's Alex Muil, who went down, and a card is shown to Marcelo Weigott. So Weigott becomes the first booking of the night for Inter Miami. So this is straight on. This is outside of 40 yards where this free kick is placed. Mukhtar stands over it for Nashville. So again, this is outside of 40 yards. Mukhtar is going to try and pick somebody out. Inter Miami needs to be very disciplined here as we are encroaching on the 87th minute, and Inter Miami leading Nashville 2-1. Inter Miami with this ball floated from Mukhtar, left side of the box, handled well by Falcone, headed it away, right side of the area. Now he collects along the far touchline and played it into some space for Rodriguez. That's well done by Inter Miami. Kremoski, good short-range pass far side, and now Inter Miami works it to the middle channel in their right defensive half. That was superb footwork from Inter Miami. It ended up on the feet of Messi. He pushed it off to Alba, and now Busquets in his midfield role. Gives it off to Aviles. He will punch it on right side Right of the box extended, far side, right side to Falcone. Onto the keeper, Ustari. Gives it up to Aviles. And now it's back on to Federico Redondo. And he is going to saucer a ball to the far right touchline. Redondo being hassled and pressured by Brugman. And he draws a foul. Shielded Brugman well multiple times. And now a restart from Redondo. Busquets. Defensive side. Midfield circle. Rodriguez sprays a ball right of the midfield circle to the near side. Still in the defensive half along the touchline for Davi Martinez. He'll feed Alba. Very high line being played here from Nashville. Martinez from the near touchline. Blasts a ball into the Inter Miami box, their own box. And Maxi Falcone, after retrieving, will dribble it on to Ustari, the keeper. Ustari, long ball forward, left defensive half, corralled there by Kromoski. Kromoski, a couple of moves to free some space. Now Messi. Messi, 1-on-2. Messi heads to the touchline far side. And now a good ball into the middle, mishandled by Redondo, and then eventually gave it away. Redondo is really hurting Inter Miami here with some poor footwork. And then Redondo called for the foul as he, out of frustration, made too much contact with Surridge, who had collected about 25 yards away from his goal. Redondo's got to be better there. Everybody's doing their part on Redondo. There's no reason for him to misplay that ball. 2-1, Inter Miami, 89th minute. Inter Miami needs to keep its defensive shape. Corcoran gains now, near right touchline. Right attacking third for yellow-clad Nashville. Not a great ball from Corcoran, who from 40 yards away sent a pillow soft delivery into the area to no one in particular. Ustari goes up, makes a hands catch, hits the turf. Mukhtar of Nashville and Falcone of Inter Miami exchange a couple of shoves and some words. Meanwhile, Ustari ends up side-swiping a ball out of his own area. Inter Miami's defense able to take it away from Mukhtar in the right attacking third. Martinez, well done. Nashville wins it back in its left defensive half. Zimmerman off to Gaines. 90 minutes have been hit. 6 additional minutes with Inter Miami leading 2-1. Extra time presented by your South Florida Audi dealers. Test drive the new Q5 today at your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. Extra time presented by your South Florida Audi dealers. Nashville turned the ball over. Couldn't keep the ball in play along the near touchline in their right attacking half, so Inter Miami will throw it in their defensive portion. Oscar Ustari rolls a water bottle out to Marcelo Weigott, who deserves all the hydration he can get for the work he's put in here tonight. He whips it across the end line. That was nice of Oscar. And we are already a minute gone through the 6 added in this second half. I'm sorry, it was not a throw-in. It's a free kick for Inter Miami. There was a foul called. My apologies. Davi Martinez will simply watch Jordi Alba come up and whip the ball back to Ustari in front of his own goal. Right attacking half for Nashville. And now Nashville wins the ball in the midfield. Mukhtar, always dangerous on the ball. You'd rather him have it 40 yards out, which is where he has it. Mukhtar, back heel. Nahar off to the touchline. Gaines, right side. Back to Nahar, now to the middle channel. Corcoran 1-2. Sent it right to the area. Gaines across, and Jordi Alba had it go off of his chest and out of play across the end line. It's going to be an outswinging near side to far side corner for Nashville. As we hit 92 minutes in Inter Miami, clinging its fingernails to this 2-1 lead over Nashville. Mukhtar to do the duties per usual with his right foot. That's why this will be an outswinging corner. Mukhtar floats this one, middle of the box. It is loose outside the area. Nobody got a touch on it, and it falls to Messi. Messi, here he comes forward. He turns on the burners. He was grabbed by the arm, and a yellow comes out against Nashville. Jack Mayer is shown yellow for grabbing the arm of Messi. And it's incredible that Lionel Messi at 38 years old with still over half a pitch to go before he gets to the opposition goal. He's still so quick and so wily and still so full of guile that opponents have to make the decision to simply intentionally foul him at that area of the pitch. He is a true freak of nature, Lionel Messi. Busquets off the free kick, square ball, far side, near side, handled by Martinez along the touchline in the left attacking half. Inter Miami has already been able to choke out 3 minutes of the 6 added here in extra time with this 2-1 lead over Nashville SC. If this result holds, Inter Miami moves to 4th in the Eastern Conference table. Even in points with Columbus, but they've beat Columbus twice this season. Inter Miami left defensive half, Weygant on it. Now Redondo sends it up ahead. Outside right channel, taken right of the area. Rodriguez, Baltazar Rodriguez whips in across back post. Wanted Messi, but just a little bit too much on it. The timing not quite there. And it'll be a throw-in for Nashville as the ball rolled across the near touchline. And their left defensive third. And now Weygant has an issue with his groin, it appears. Hopefully this is just a cramp. Weygant telling the referee he's okay. That was actually Kromoski who delivered that cross. That could not quite find Messi. Off the throw-in for Nashville, deep in their own defensive end, headed out of play once again near touchline by Inter Miami. So another throw-in for Nashville. 94-20, 94-21. Ryan Saylor will be a substitution incoming for Inter Miami once there's a stoppage in play. He has his shirt on, and I believe he's probably going to end up taking Weygant off. 94.5 minutes on the clock. Nahar lobs a ball into the box. Mukhtar laid it off for Surridge, and a good sweeping defensive play by Tomas Aviles for Inter Miami as he left-footed a ball across the near right touchline. That was well read by Aviles. Now here comes Saylor, and it is indeed Weygant who should receive a very hearty ovation for the effort he put in tonight. Weygant, an absolute rock star, doing all the small things tonight for Inter Miami. So Weygant departs. Ryan Saylor comes on. Weygant with a little bit of a limp. 95-20, 95-21. 6 minutes were tacked out of the 90. Inter Miami just over 30 seconds away from grabbing all 3 points on 2 more Lionel Messi goals, who is in line to be man of the match once again, and MLS Player of the Week once again. I would make 4 times this season. Nashville, last gasp it appears. About to get into their right attacking half. A high ball from Mayer, headed away by Inter Miami's Saylor, but Nashville wins it right back. Mukhtar in the middle channel, 30 yards out to Nahar. Nahar, right wing, sent it to the right of the area. Holding up play, back to Nahar. Nahar onto his left foot, getting towards the box. Shed one defender and a second. It's still loose in the area and finally cleared away by Falcone. The ball is sent to the midfield. Lionel Messi saying blow the whistle. Nashville getting more time. A floater left side of the area, headed into the middle, handled by Busquets. Now Messi has it for Inter Miami towards the midfield. Messi back heels it to the far side. Inter Miami just waiting for the whistle. Rodriguez. And he's knocked down. Far touchline. The referee blows his whistle for the foul. David Beckham looks on in attendance tonight, as well as Jorge Mas. Arsene Wenger in attendance, the former Arsenal boss. Seeing another Messi masterpiece. 96-57. We're a minute past the allotted 6 that were added on to the end of this one. This throw-in might be it. It's a far side attacking half throw-in for Inter Miami. Or make it a free kick. Messi puts the ball on the turf. Messi, once he puts his foot into it, we anticipate the final whistle. Messi is going to launch it into the defensive midfield. And there is the final whistle. Inter Miami, all 3 points. Inter Miami ends the 15-match unbeaten streak of Nashville. Lionel Messi, 2 more goals, 5 straight braces, 11 goals in his last 6 matches. He is the favorite for the MVP in mid-July. And Inter Miami has won a 5th straight, and they surge into 4th in the table in the Eastern Conference and still have 3 matches in hand. Inter Miami 2, Nashville SC 1. That is your full-time scoreline. Messi does it in both halves. An absolute warrior, Lionel Messi. But a cast of characters who, for the most part, played very solid football tonight. Marcelo Wagon, Maxi Falcone, Ben Kromowski, all contributed. Tomas Aviles had a critical clearance late on, deep in extra time. Lionel Messi continues his goal-scoring tear, his torrid pace. He's the greatest of all time, and he's still at 38, is maybe the best player on the planet, and he keeps reinforcing it. Match after match after match, night after night after night. The lights are never too bright, and the opponent is never too fast for Lionel Messi, who asked many questions of Paris Saint-Germain as well in the knockout stage of the FIFA Club World Cup. Inter Miami beats Nashville to move into 4th in the Eastern Conference table. A lot to come from Mike Rizzo in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Highlights of this one, stats, numbers from the full 90, and then some. He'll tell the complete story, and I'll get you updated on not only the MLS slate, but also the MLS table on this Saturday night. For our on-site engineer, Oscar Gonzalez, the OG, I'm Ken LaVicka, your final full-time scoreline for a final time from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Inter Miami 2, Nashville SC 1. 5 straight wins for Los Heranitos. And the celebration is on at Chase Stadium. Mike Rizzo has your post-game show next. This is Inter Miami football.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
PNC Bank couldn't be more excited to serve the South Florida community. But you may be wondering, isn't PNC that boring bank? Well, is starting a business or being the first person in your family to go to college boring? For 160 years, they've done the occasionally boring work of banking to deliver brilliant results for their clients. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout the local area ready to help you unlock your own brilliance. See what boring banking can do for you. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association member FDIC.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day seems like a month, there's only one place to go for your treatment: Pain Care Florida. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Time waits for no one, especially when you're in pain. Visit paincareflorida.com. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Calling morning, all sports fans. Grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
PNC Bank couldn't be more excited to serve the South Florida community. But you may be wondering, isn't PNC that boring bank? Well, is starting a business or being the first person in your family to go to college boring? For 160 years, they've done the occasionally boring work of banking to deliver brilliant results for their clients. That's why they have dedicated teams throughout the local area ready to help you unlock your own brilliance. See what boring banking can do for you. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
There's the whistle. Messi approaches, left foot, low ball, scored! Inside the far post! It was inevitable! Messi picked his spot! He put pace on it, and he beats Willis, who sprawled to the right, but his fate was sealed. It is goal number 15 on the year for Lionel Messi. He has won off the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer, and he keeps on pouring in goals. It's his 9th goal in his last 5. Incredible! It's the 101st goal from outside the box in the career of Lionel Messi. 71 free kick goals in his career.
That was Lionel Messi's first goal in the 17th minute. Lionel Messi with a free kick goal. Keeper never stood a chance. Pinpoint accuracy. And folks, if you haven't seen the goal yet, I urge you to go to X, go to Facebook, wherever you get your highlights, and give it a watch. A very, very special goal from the great one, Lionel Messi. Final score, 2-1. Our Inter Miami Herons hanging on to to beat Nashville, ending their 15-game unbeaten streak and 5 wins in a row for Los Heranitos. I got match facts for you here on the post-game show. We are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Want more from your drive? Well, this is it. The all-new Audi Q5 with a powerful sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every ride better than the last. An all-new interior with a digital stage with you in mind. Introducing the all-new Audi Q5, our best made better. You can test drive the all-new 2025 Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer today, or visit AudiOffers.com to learn more. AudiOffers.com to learn more. And folks, if you are watching on one of our streams on our YouTube platform, Facebook, Twitter /X, if you want to comment, I could read those on air. So if you have a thought on what happened, you could always comment on our live streams, where you could watch live at ESPN West Palm on YouTube, Twitter /X, and Facebook. Going through the statistics, so Lionel Messi and the Herons dominated possession 53% to 47. XG, expected goals, Inter Miami sitting at 0.87. Nashville sitting at 0.62. There were 17 total shots in the game, 9 for the Herons, 8 for Nashville. 5 shots on target for our Herons, 2 shots for Nashville. Inter Miami had 3 big chances comparatively to Nashville's 2. 1 save tonight for Oscar Ustari. 3 saves for Nashville. Now, Nashville's keeper, I'll tell you what, had a big blunder in that second half, which turned into Lionel Messi's second goal of the game. That was Joe Willis, the 36-year-old American, made a bad mistake giving the ball up to Lionel Messi, and then Messi just sauced him up. Did a little, I mean, his foot skills are something to be seen, but Messi quickly changed directions to his left, beat a defender, and nobody had a chance at his shot on goal. It was basically on an open net. But those are your statistics from the game. 3 shots outside of the box comparatively to Nashville's 1. 591 total passes for Inter Miami with a 53% a 90% completion rate. Apologize on that. And 508 for Nashville with an 87%. So those are your statistics after this game. Final score, 2-1. Inter Miami defeating Nashville. When we come back, we'll do some highlights. I already played the one Lionel Messi goal. We'll hear the second goal for Messi. We will also hear Nashville's goal, their lone goal that they had in the game. Mukhtar, who's really public enemy number 1. When he plays Inter Miami, he is an absolute nuisance when he plays the Herons. But Lionel Messi with his 3rd straight brace. Messi with 6 goals in his first 3 games in the MLS post-FIFA Club World Cup. Unbelievable stuff from Lionel Messi, and we are truly being dazzled by the greatest to ever do it. When we come back, highlights and more on your Inter Miami postgame show on ESPN 106.3.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
At PNC Bank, they pride themselves on being boring. But the truth is, they couldn't be more excited to serve the South Florida community. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly toiled away to deliver brilliant results for their equally brilliant clients. Now, their dedicated financial teams are ready to do the boring work to help you unlock your own brilliance. Let's see what boring banking can do for you. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Want more from your drive? This is it.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day seems like a month, there's only one place to go for your treatment. Pain Care Florida. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Time waits for no one, especially when you're in pain. Visit paincareflorida.com. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire. The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Welcome on back to the postgame show. Our final score, 2-1. Our Inter Miami Herons winners over Nashville SC. Lionel Messi with his third straight brace. His third straight brace in his first 3 games from the Club FIFA World Cup. The first 3 MLS fixtures. How about that? We got Leagues Cup starting in a little bit. Wanted to get that out there as well. But certainly, you got 3 MLS fixtures Inter Miami has had and 3 straight braces for Lionel Messi. Truly incredible stuff by the great one. Let's get into those highlights, and let's hear Lionel Messi's first goal. We go pitch side to Ken LaVicka, the voice of the Inter Miami Herons.
There's the whistle. Messi approaches, left foot, low ball, scored! Inside the far post! It was inevitable! Messi picked his spot! He put pace on it, and he beats Willis, who sprawled to the right, but his fate was sealed! It is goal number 15 on the year for Lionel Messi. He is one off the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer, and he keeps on pouring in goals. It's his 9th goal in his last 5. Incredible! It's the 101st goal from outside the box in the career of Lionel Messi. 71 free kick goals in his career.
Lionel Messi in the 17th minute hitting that free kick. Great call by the voice of our Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka. Let's go to the second goal, or rather, apologies. Let's fast forward to the second half, and Nashville SC tying this thing up
Here's a delivery into the box, and it's into the back of the net. A goal for Mukhtar. A wonderful delivery from Nuhar. About 30 yards away from the near touchline, and he picked out Mukhtar Bidustari on the near post, and we're level at 1. What a dazzling delivery. That was all world, and Inter Miami has been dinged early in the second half.
So Nashville strikes first in the second half. They tie things up in the 49th minute. Mukhtar able to get in the net. But we fast forward to the 62nd minute, and Lionel Messi makes the keeper for Nashville SC pay. Folks, truly some of the worst goalkeeping I've seen in the MLS so far this season. Joe Willis with an oopsie in the 67th minute, and Lionel Messi makes him pay.
Midfield circle, onto the keeper, gonna give away. Willis give it right to Messi, middle of the box. He's not gonna miss that. Messi pestered just long enough to force the turnover. It's a 5th straight match with a brace for Lionel Messi. He found himself all alone, and he puts it into the left side of goal. It was on a platter, and Messi was perfect. 2-1, Inter Miami, 62nd minute, and a big thank you from Joe Willis of Nashville. Messi will never score an easier goal.
I completely agree with Ken. I mean, wow. Shocking keeping, as my British mates say. That is some shocking keeping from Joe Willis, the 36-year-old veteran from the United States. I mean, what are you doing? Listen, we're not going to complain as Inter Miami fans, but what the hell was that guy doing? He had a 5.0, and listen, I know a lot of you guys don't do the match rating MR, but I'm a big believer in match ratings MR on FOTMOB. He had a 5.0. I mean, put things in perspective. Our goalkeeper, Oscar Ustari, with a 7.2. Poor Joe Willis after that giveaway with a 5.0. But regardless, Lionel Messi, 3 straight braces in the first 3 games in the MLS post the FIFA Club World Cup. Lionel Messi absolutely on fire, and it shows on the MLS stat sheet as well. If we take a look at the top goal scorers in the MLS, a la the Golden Boot, Lionel Messi is now tied for first with Sam Surridge. Both of them have 16 goals on the season. And to take it a step further, Lionel Messi is tied for most goal and assist contributions, so most points. He is tied with Anders Dreyer of San Diego. San Diego, the number 1 team on that Western Conference table, but he is tied with Dreyer of San Diego with 22 total goal and assist contributions on the season. Final score, 2-1. Your Inter Miami Herons winners over Nashville SC, ending Nashville's 15-game unbeaten streak. Nashville also was working with a 4-game winning streak heading into this one. Our Inter Miami Herons ended all that and picked up their 5th straight MLS win. When we return, we'll go around the MLS. We'll check on the fixtures that happened earlier in the night. We'll check on the later fixtures, and we'll see where our Herons are on the table. We'll check on the Western Conference table, Eastern Conference table, and where our Herons stand. All that and more in our final segment of the postgame show, powered by your local South Florida Audi dealer, coming up next on your Inter Miami Radio Network on ESPN 1063.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121, or visit tworld.com today.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Want more from your drive? This is it. The all-new Audi Q5. With a powerful, sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every ride better than the last. An all-new interior with a digital stage built with you in mind. Introducing the all-new Audi Q5. Our best made better.
At PNC Bank, they pride themselves on being boring. But the truth is, they couldn't be more excited to serve the South Florida community. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly toiled away to deliver brilliant results for their equally brilliant clients. Now, their dedicated financial teams are ready to do the boring work to help you unlock your own brilliance. Let's see what boring banking can do for you. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS air conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Midfield circle, onto the keeper, gonna give away. Willis give it right to Messi, middle of the box. He's not gonna miss that. Messi pestered just long enough to force the turnover. It's a fifth straight match with a brace for Lionel Messi. He found himself all alone, and he puts it into the left side of goal. It was on a platter, and Messi was perfect. 2-1, Inter Miami, 62nd minute, and a big thank you from Joe Willis of Nashville. Messi will never score an easier goal.
Final score from Chase Stadium. The Inter Miami Herons 2, Nashville SC 1. Messi with a brace, a free kick goal in the 17th minute, and a oopsie goal. How about that? An oopsie goal from Joe Willis, the keeper for Nashville, who had what I call an oopsie in the box, and Lionel Messi ended up on the toe of it, and he made him pay 2-1 Herons winners. Lionel Messi now has 3 straight braces. Messi in the 3 games Inter Miami has had post FIFA Club World Cup in the MLS competition, Messi has scored 2 goals in them. So 6 goals in 3 games for Lionel Messi. He is now tied with Sam Surridge from the aforementioned Nashville SC for 16 goals on this season. He is tied with Surridge for the Golden Boot for most goals in the MLS, and he is tied with Anders Dreyer with goal and assist contributions with 22 total. So Messi's magical campaign continuing here post-FIFA Club World Cup. And it's looking like he might just defend that MLS MVP title this season within the MLS. But once again, final score 2-1. Herons winners of 5 in a row in the MLS. They end Nashville's 15-game unbeaten streak and their 4-game win streak they had within the league. Let's check out what's going on around the MLS. Let's go look at some other fixtures and results from games that were played already and are still in progress. The teams I named first are the home teams, folks. So keep that in mind. Teams I named first are home teams. Orlando City drew Montreal 1-1. The Philadelphia Union beat the New York Red Bulls 2-0. Toronto and Atlanta tied 1-1. And obviously our Inter Miami Herons, big winners 2-1 over Nashville. Lionel Messi a brace. In the 80th minute, Austin FC is tied with New England 0-0. In the 79th minute, Chicago Fire is losing to San Diego FC 2-0. In the 76th minute, Minnesota United on top of San Jose 3-1. In the 76th as well, Sporting Kansas City is down 3-1 to the Seattle Sounders. Moving on to FC Cincinnati and the Crew. FC Cincinnati, the home team, down 3-2 to Columbus. Listen, Cincinnati is a top team right now in the MLS Eastern Conference. We'll take a look at the table in just a second. But with Nashville going down, FC Cincinnati had a chance to kind of give themselves some breathing room in that second spot. It's looking like the Columbus Crew. Now, granted, 83 minutes, that's an eternity in the MLS, especially with extra time. But 3-2, Columbus leading that right now in the 83rd. We move on to the 62nd minute. Charlotte FC is up 1-0 on NYC FC. 40th minute, the Colorado Rapids are up 2-0 on Vancouver. Wow. Vancouver continuing the spiraling since kind of being one of the hotter teams to start the MLS season, making it to the CONCACAF Gold Cup Championship, only to get smoked like a cigarette. You could tell I am very frustrated that it wasn't Inter Miami. But regardless, the Rapids up 2-0 on Vancouver. 40th minute, Real Salt Lake tied with the Houston Dynamo 0-0. The Dynamo, shout out my guy Glenn Davis, the play-by-play announcer for the Dynamo. Things that are kicking off in about 8-ish, 10-ish minutes. The LA Galaxy and DC United at 10:30. LAFC and FC Dallas coming up at 10:30. So the LA teams at their respectable stadiums within LA will be kicking off at 10:30. I will be watching that one as I am in bed. Moving on to the MLS table. I mentioned that FC Cincinnati is currently losing 3-2 to the Columbus Crew. They are in second place on the Eastern Conference table. Let's go through the top 6 teams in the East. The Philadelphia Union sitting at 43 points at number 1 with their most recent win against New York Red Bulls tonight. FC Cincinnati, as I mentioned, down 3-2. They're in second with 42 points. Good news for FC Cincinnati. Nashville will not make up any ground because of our Inter Miami Herons. The aforementioned Columbus Crew that are on top of FC Cincinnati, they're in fourth, leading 3-2 over FC Cincinnati, and in fourth place with 41 points. And our Inter Miami Herons, after the big win tonight in Fort Lauderdale, they have 38 points on the table. And to put it in perspective again, I know I've been saying it throughout the pregame show, halftime show, and postgame show, but Inter Miami is still 3 games behind Philadelphia, Cincinnati, Nashville, and Columbus. They have played 19 games on the season. The other teams have played 22. So if Inter Miami is able to take care of business to get 3 points in those 3 fixtures they got to make up, they will be on top of the Eastern Conference. And then the 6th team is Orlando City at 35. We'll go through the top 9, the teams that are going to be in the MLS playoffs so far on the Eastern Conference. So 7, NYC FC. They lost tonight, though, or rather they're losing right now. And then New York Red Bulls at 8 and Charlotte FC at 9. Moving on to the Western Conference, San Diego FC is on top of the table right now. Minnesota United at 2, Vancouver at 3, Seattle at 4, Portland at 5, LAFC at 6, the Rapids at 7, San Jose in 8th, and Austin FC in 9th. Your final score tonight, 2-1, the Inter Miami Herons big winners over Nashville SC. The next time we're going to be catching up with you on your Inter Miami Radio Network, we are, or rather, Ken LaVicka and Oscar Gonzalez, our OG on-site producer, Ken LaVicka, the voice of the Herons, they will be on site in Cincinnati. The Herons will take on FC Cincinnati at 7:30 this coming Wednesday at TQL Stadium. Ken and Oscar will be live at TQL Stadium in Cincinnati. I will start the coverage at 7 o'clock sharp. We'll throw it to Ken LaVicka at 7:30, and we will get that ball rolling in Cincinnati this Wednesday, July 16th. So we will talk to you then. A lot of thank yous tonight. Thank you to the aforementioned Ken LaVicka, voice of the Inter Miami Herons. Great job, as always, by our guy. Oscar Gonzalez, our OG on-site producer, for doing such a fine job, time in and time out. Our content director and boss here at ESPN 1063, Brian Rowitz. Our GM, Stephanie Prince, and everybody involved with the great team of the Inter Miami Herons. Once again, final score 2-1. Inter Miami winners over Nashville, and Lionel Messi with his third straight brace in his third straight game. We'll catch up with you guys coming up Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I will be live with the pregame against Cincinnati. Sometimes friends have to go away, but a part of them stays with you forever. Remember that in this life. Sending you back to ESPN Network coverage. Everyone have a safe night. Goodbye.
We now return to our regularly